This is your home for the Chieftains. Tonganoxie Sports Live. Tonganoxie Sports Live is presented by Kansas Insurance, locally owned and operated. Kansas Insurance agents have years of industry experience. Learn more at kansasins.com.
Bringing it up the floor on that left side, driving the kick out, trying to go back to back. Buckets for Emerson Maslach. They collided with each other. Thankfully, nobody hurt. Talon from way downtown. He hit that one from Wyandotte. Shawnick back the other way, weaving her way through, surveying up the court. Finds Schooler, takes it inside and finishes with the left hand. Back-to-back possessions of the Chieftains able to get the stop. Now can they capitalize on them? McGuire for three, hits good on the step back. Knifes into the lane. Oh, look at the English. Rowe, Steinfeld back to Carlton, gets around Marsh, count the bucket.
This is Tonganoxie Chieftain Basketball on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Two more back here at home inside Chieftain Arena as Tonganoxie looking for a pair of bounce-back wins tonight. Varsity doubleheader as the Chieftains host the Baldwin Bulldogs, as always presented by Kansas Insurance. See how they can help you protect what matters most by calling 913-369-6600 as we cruise along into the SNS Body pregame show. Dylan Funk, Dennis Drennan, as always here with you guys. Thank you for watching along on Tonganoxie Sports Live. We welcome our fans from over at Baldwin Sports Live as well for tonight's simulcast. And Denny, we got the girls game coming up here first as always. And let's talk about this matchup a little bit. The Lady Chieftains coming into tonight 4-2, now 2-1 in Frontier League play. They dropped their first game this past Friday here at home against the Eudora Cardinals. Their first double-digit loss of the season, 52-41. And it was a game that going into halftime, it went from the Chieftains being up by 2 to down, or up by 1 to down by 2, thanks to some late free throws, and then being outscored 20-9 in the third quarter. It just looked like the wheels fell off in that second half.
Yeah, I think Eudora made some good adjustments. They really shut down Tonganoxie's inside game. You know, the few times that the Chieftains were able to get the ball inside to Schooler, they collapsed on Schooler, and the open shooters just weren't able to knock down jumpers.
Yeah, that inside game, we saw the Chieftains. They were trying to force it in there a lot. They had 5 or 6 turnovers in that third quarter alone, 15 total on the game. That is something when Tongi is playing great, when they're winning games, they are keeping that turnover margin definitely below double figures.
Oh, yeah.
Weren't able to do that on Friday. And you mentioned Addie Schooler. She had probably one of her, wasn't still a terrible game, 9 points, 3 of 8 shooting from the field. She had 6 rebounds, 1 assist, but 6 turnovers she committed. Yeah. Jayla Herrera also 4 turnovers she was credited for. So 10 of the 15 just between those two players who have been playing very clean basketball to start. I'm excited to see how they respond here tonight.
Yeah, I am as well, partner. But, let's give a little credit to that Eudora defense, too.
Oh, no doubt.
There's no question. Their backcourt, Chieftains just didn't have an answer for them either on the offensive end or the defensive end.
You talked to, Brent Dieterding and others. They were just kind of constantly swatting their hands in there, poking the ball loose. And Eudora, off those turnovers, were able to cash them in for points. The other thing you want to talk about, the free throw shooting. We'll talk about that as the night goes along, but definitely below 50% on Friday. In a game you lost by 11, you had a chance to maybe collect 12 or 13 points at the line, and you missed a very big, significant amount of them. So those kind of factors going against the Chieftains. Meanwhile, for the Baldwin Bulldogs, 3-3 coming into tonight under their second-year head coach, as we got a pair of second-year head coaches. Austin Eckert, of course, for the Chieftains. Kara Rowland in her second year for the Baldwin Bulldogs, coming off a year last year where they went all the way to a sub-state final where they lost at Hayden 14-8 a season ago. But they do return 4 of their 5 starters, and they return pretty much the rest of the roster that got a very good amount of varsity playing time, which you and I talk about with this team this year for Tongi. This is the product of the past 2 or 3 years, getting varsity minutes, kind of taking their lumps as they go. You can say the same thing about this Baldwin team, where if they come in and get a win tonight, make it 2 wins in a row, back above 500, and hey, all of a sudden, here come the Baldwin Bulldogs in the mix in this Frontier League.
Yeah, well, I really think it's really important for these Chieftains, the Lady Chieftains, to get off to a fast start tonight. I mean, we talked about it a little bit, and, Eudora had a good game plan for them, but they looked like they had a little bit of holiday rust. I mean, they just had a hard time, getting in sync. So hopefully that's behind them now, and They have a good game tonight.
Yeah, something we could say for both the boys and girls team at Tongi. Eudora definitely looked a little bit rusty too. Baldwin playing this past Saturday in a doubleheader against Coffeyville, so they've had a chance to knock the rust off as well. So we'll see if both these teams coming into tonight looking a little sharper, as this first game especially, it's got a lot of potential postseason, regular season title implications on the line as we get a little deeper into 2026. About 3.5 to go until opening tip and starting lineups. We'll be back with more here. You're watching Lady Chieftain basketball on Tonganoxie Sports Live in the SNS Body pregame show.
Does your roof have possible storm damage? Looking to get solar panels? Or is it just simply time to get it inspected? That's where Balmer Roofing and Solar come into play. Balmer Roofing has a combined 40 years of experience with JAF Master Elite and Emerald Pro contractors. The Balmer family and their team are ready to give your house a brand new roof or solar panels at an affordable cost with a 50-year warranty. Life has mishaps and they want nothing but your customer satisfaction. Let them prove why so many of your neighbors choose Balmer for their roofing projects. To schedule a free inspection, call 913-845-5252 or visit them online at balmerroofing.com.
Your one stop for beauty and relaxation. That's the Beauty Bar, Salon, and Spa in downtown Tonganoxie, offering services for men's and women's haircuts, facial waxing, tanning, makeup, bridal services, and more. Their team is dedicated to providing a memorable experience for each guest. From vibrant styles and colors to soothing massages, they have everything you need to look and feel amazing. To make an appointment, call 913-347-2957 or visit them at 414 East 4th Street in Tonganoxie.
There are places where all roads lead to families providing for their loved ones and their community, where friends are found down every street. That's where you'll find us, taking time to get to know you, calling you by name, generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Tex Vandervoort in Tonganoxie today.
First State Bank & Trust is with you wherever you are with complete online banking. Cheering on the Chieftains once again? Why not pay your bills online? Waiting on your kiddos to get out of school? Seems like a good time to make a transfer. Or how about making a deposit from here? Back in the gym for another night? Why not get an e-statement while you cheer on Tongi? And of course, at First State Bank & Trust, you can always bank from right here. Come on in and see us and get your very own Chieftain card. To learn more about all the great ways to bank with First State Bank & Trust, go to firststateks.com.
Are you ready for a mouth-watering journey down memory lane? Introducing Flashbacks. Start your day off right with our fluffy pancakes, omelets, or a cinnamon roll. For lunch, sink your teeth into our juicy made-to-order burgers, Philly cheese, and more. Flashbacks' friendly staff and welcoming atmosphere make every visit a delight, and their menu is filled with comfort food that will give you those warm, delicious flashbacks. Visit them today in downtown Tonganoxie, open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to 12:30 p.m.
Has your furnace left you out in the cold? Pipes plugged? Are you underwater with your water heater? If so, you'll be glad you called Ladd. Ladd Service Company in Tonganoxie has been your heating, cooling, and plumbing specialist since 1986. Ladd is your dealer for top quality brands like York, Aprilaire, and Wolverine Brass. Plus, they maintain and service all other brands. Schedule your appointment by calling 913-369-3509. Visit LaddServiceCo.com to see why you'll be glad you called Ladd.
Welcome back to the SNS Body pregame show. Since 1972, SNS Body Shop has been the place to go to in Tonganoxie for auto body and repair work. Get your ride back in the game today and learning more at snsautoandbody.com or by calling 913-369-3193. It is now time to send it down for our Crookham Construction starting lineup presented by Crookham Construction. As always, performing a wide variety of concrete construction and special project services throughout the area. Find more information at crookhamconstruction.com. See both the starting five for the Chieftains and the Bulldogs. A big matchup within the Frontier League. Both teams still trying to stay in the mix as one of the top contenders as we get deeper into January. As we will throw it down to our PA announcer, John Tollefson. We'll meet the Baldwin Bulldogs first, and then the Tongi Chieftains. Give our Brothers Market player spotlight, and then, of course, opening tip-off here as we get it started. Game one of our doubleheader here tonight on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Now let's meet tonight's starting lineups. For Baldwin, number 1, 5'5" junior, Shea Griffith. Number 2, 5'3" senior, Chloe Neufeld. Number 12, 5'5" sophomore, Cam Collins. Number 14, 5'7" junior, Emmy Nye. And number 15, 5'9" junior, Audrey Searle. Head coach for Baldwin is Tara Rowland. And now for your Tonganoxie Chieftains. Number 1, a 5'3" senior, Alyssa Shawnee. Number 2, 5'7" senior, Kalia Baldwin. Number 12, a 5'8" sophomore, Ashley Bruni. Number 22, a 5'2" senior, Jayla Herrera. And number 33, a 6'1" junior, Addie Schooler. Head coach for the Chieftains.
All right, so there you go, your starting five for both the Chieftains and the Bulldogs. Once again, Baldwin head coach leading the charge tonight. Kara Rowland, her second year, 17-12 overall. Assistant coaches Chad Scobie and Bailey Bones. And for the Chieftains, of course, head coach Austin Eckert as we close out the S&S Body pregame show. Okay, thank you guys for joining along with us here tonight. Coach Eckert, second year for him here for the Chieftains, 14-13 overall, 8-7 in Frontier League play, trying to boast both those records a little more above 500 here tonight. Chieftains have never won against the Baldwin Bulldogs. Bulldogs win it more often than not, 14-0. They lead the all-time series, and they've won 10 straight since becoming league opponents back in 2018, becoming members of the Frontier League.
Be a good night to end that streak, partner.
They just ended it to close 2025 against the Spring Hill Broncos. The Lady Chieftains did. Never had a win against Spring Hill. Now they're looking to end another streak here tonight against the Baldwin Bulldogs. We're underway. Chieftains open up with possession. Right away in the hands of Alyssa Shawnee, averaging about 19.5 points per game to go underneath their second leading scorer, Addie Schooler. Right back to Alyssa, spinning around, pop-up shot, will not go, and a rebound pulled in here early by Griffith. The only player returning for Baldwin did not start last year. The rest of the starting five, Neufeld, Collum, Nye, and Searle, all of them returning starters from a season ago.
You don't see Alyssa miss that little bunny too often.
There's a pull-up, left of space, and able to knock it down. Emerson Nye gets the scoring started tonight.
Oh, it's a long two.
Nobody there really to guard her, but a hand in her face. Nicely done for Nye to pull up and knock it down.
Yeah, both teams are opening up in man-to-man defense, so. Oh.
Schooler underneath, bodies colliding, just having her pocket picked, coming back the other way, swatting it away was Collum.
Yeah, I don't think you want Addie to be driving. You need to post her down low and get her the ball.
And now the Chieftains are going to get a takeaway here, so even up that turnover margin early. Up ahead, Schooler.
There you go.
That's good.
That's what you're looking for right there. Nice transition bucket there. The assist to Alyssa Shawnee.
One of the things that Chieftains do so well in transition, particularly with Alyssa Shawnee, when she's scanning up the floor, she has a knack of just finding the open man up ahead, and more often than not, it's Addie Schooler. Another deep ball in the way, no good. Ashlyn Bruni on the rebound.
Yeah, the thing about Alyssa, you see her have her head up so she can view the court. Does a nice job with that.
Schooler.
Nice drive by Schooler.
Man, I was about to say, if she was able to get that one down, what a circus shot that would have been.
Yeah, it would have been.
But a chance to earn him at the line here instead as we take a look at the instant replay. And again, we talked about it in the last game, the aggressiveness of Addie Schooler from the top to the right, changing direction back over to the left. She never really went to her left a lot last season. That's obviously been different this year.
Oh, yeah. We've seen her hit multiple shots with her left hand. So, yeah, and then doing a nice job with the first free throw tonight, too.
Addie from the line this season at 48% as she goes 2 for 2.
Yeah, you just don't want to leave that many points on the line against a good opponent. Come back and bite you.
Chieftains rattle off 4 straight point, take their first lead, battle for it underneath. Everybody getting down. Bruni and company. Down low, tying it up with Searle, and that'll stay at this end with the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I'm really glad to see Addie's aggressiveness tonight. That was one of the things we needed to watch for. I think that's the key to the game for the Chieftains.
Shauna gotten a piece of that one, but still able to find its way to Griffith. Now the ball rifled in underneath. Extra pass to the near side corner, and a three is no good, and a rebound tracked by Kalia Baldock.
The other thing that, nice job inside. And she's going back to the free throw lane. Great job.
So the foul on Collin will be her first, second team foul for the Bulldogs. Another trip for Addie Schooler, went 2 for 2 on her first, and now 3 for 3 on the night as Kaylin Weehee is going to check in for Coach Eckert.
I like the energy I'm seeing tonight too.
You look at the free throw shooting percentages on last Friday. Eudora 72.7, Tongi 38.9.
Yeah, that's horrible.
As leaving it just short for Addie, and right now she's doing all the heavy lifting as far as points. All 5 belong to her. As Weehee officially will now make her way into the game for the Chieftains. Tongi showing some pressure here. Chloe Hendrickson into the ball game as well.
They're picking up full court.
Baldwin able to go right through it, no problem. Heavy attack up the floor is Neufeld. Definitely one of the players we're going to be mentioning our Brothers Market player spotlight tonight. Brothers Market, where they treat you like family. Chloe Neufeld, a returning senior, getting All-State and All-League honors last year as a junior. She has been tremendous for the Bulldogs so far this season. Looking for the assist, but can't get it. And a rebound pulled in by Weehee on the missed 3 by Nye.
Yeah, the other thing we talked about in that game against Eudora was the amount of offensive rebounds that the Chieftains gave up.
And they're going to give up the basketball here. Another empty possession, second turnover of the game. But you're right, Denny, offensive rebounds for Eudora. They were out-rebounded. I think it was close to like 16-9 was the final when it was all said and done.
Yeah, and if I remember right, partner, the second chance points were 14-2 in favor of Eudora.
Yeah, it definitely was. You look at the free throw shooting, you look at getting out-rebounded, particularly in that second half, that third quarter especially. That's really where things started to turn around in favor of the Cardinals, not in favor of the Chieftains.
Right. They were turning defense into offense, no question about it.
Shonick going to take the 3 and leaves it short.
I was wondering if maybe that wasn't tipped. You don't see Alyssa miss that badly.
From three-point range this year, 38% for Alyssa. 19.5 points, 5.3 rebounds, and 6 assists per game.
Ticky-tack foul, but
that'll be the first of the game on Jayla Herrera. Also worth mentioning for Alyssa is that she also averages about 4 steals a game, which is just incredible.
Yeah. And she's one of the better rebounders on the team and just about the shortest person on the floor. That's another foul.
Second in the team in rebounding, just behind Addie Schooler, who averages about 8.2. So Herrera picks up her first, and then Hendrickson now picks up her first. So both teams now quickly with 2 team fouls. Baldwin making some substitutions. Logan Scobie, inbound it here. She finds Neufeld.
Points hard to come by so far in this first half.
Being a premium. Far corner 3, and Scobie can't bury it. Knocked out of bounds, and it will stay at this end with Baldwin. So you see if we can get a clear look of.
Shonick might have got a hand on it.
That's why I'm checking here. If we can get a clear look, I think Baldock fighting for it. So another crack here for the Bulldogs. Another 3. Fouled and count the buckets.
Chance for a 4-point play.
Burying the 3 ball is Neufeld. And the second foul of the game on Hendrickson, and something about 4-point plays for Baldwin in this arena is just freaky. We had that one very memorable last season with Cooper Carr in the boys game. What a thriller that game was.
Yeah, it really was.
Had the 4-point play to help seal the victory for the Bulldogs, 51-50, and now we can't get a 4-point play, but we do get a board, and the putback is good by Chambers.
See, that's what killed the Chieftains in the last game against Eudora. They were just getting killed on the boards. A little too strong for Addie there. I should stay here with the Chieftains.
It will.
14-9 in the game for Baldwin.
So just on that one end of the floor, 5 unanswered points for the Bulldogs, puts them back in front by 2. Herrera trying to change it. It's good, but bucket is called off. She traveled.
Huh. She must have drugged that pivot foot.
Yeah, just that slight little kind of that jump, that set. Officials right on top of it. They were really particular on that call this past Friday as well. Different officiating crew, of course, but something that might be a point of emphasis moving forward. Turnover number 3 for the Chieftains, and another 3 for the Bulldogs, and the first for Cammie Collum.
Chieftains need to try and get the ball inside.
In the middle of an 8-0 run now for the Bulldogs. And a foul is going to slow things down here for the time being.
Yeah, that's going to be on Baldwin.
That was on Collum for second.
Second of the game on Collum, and that's probably going to bring her
55 Johnson
out of the game, I would imagine. Well, no subs yet. Adlin Johnson checking in for Tonganoxie. And there's the sub. So now Griffith will check in for Collum. Cammie Collum, one of those players for the Bulldogs you cannot afford to really lose early to foul trouble. Another forced pass down low for Schooler. It was 2-on-1, knocked away by Neufeld. And now here come the Bulldogs on the attack once again.
Yeah, that pass was forced.
And 3 straight made threes. That one from Logan Scobie, an 11-0 run, and Coach Eckert might have to take a timeout here. Not going to do it yet, looks like. Bulldogs made 8 threes in their first game against Paola back in week 1. Since then, they've only been shooting 16% from downtown. You couldn't tell it by the way they've started out tonight.
They've been pretty hot so far tonight.
Herrera, I think she was trying to pass someone off to Schooler, gets tangled up, and a foot on the baseline, I think, for Neufeld. So that will keep it down here with the Chieftains. 10 seconds on the shot clock, under 2.5 to go in this first quarter. From a 3-point lead to an 11-0 run later, being down 8 for the Chieftains. Need this Herrera 3 bad. Rattles out. Bruni still fighting for it, but you can't track it down. That's Baldwin basketball. And we know Herrera, best 3-point shooter on this team. She coming off her best shooting performance from downtown this past Friday. 3 of 5, shooting 60% against the Cardinals in a game where she had 11 points, 2 rebounds, and no assists. We mentioned those 4 turnovers that she had. Trying to make better on that. Would have loved to see that 3 go down. Here's another offensive rebound, jarred loose. Fighting for it underneath was Chambers. It's knocked out of her hands, and I think initially they said it was going to be Tongi ball, but then they say it's Baldwin ball. Last off of Ashlyn Bruni, and I think I agree with that call.
Yeah.
Which now, well, official's going to march his way over to the scores table and might be checking up on the clock here, perhaps. Everything appears to be in order. They have the inbounds coming in here for Nye. First 30 on the shot clock. Plenty of time for the Bulldogs to make something happen.
Another one of those second chance points, but the Chieftains steal it right there. Chieftains got to quit having empty possessions here if they want to get back in this
Johnson
thing.
trying to make sure on that. Another 3 left short, and the board is going to be out of bounds. As Nye initially tipped it, Griffith was trying to run it down. Just couldn't catch up to it.
Yeah.
Zero Scooby into the game.
Scobie checking back in for the Bulldogs. Much needed possession for points right now for the Chieftains. 11 straight unanswered by the Bulldogs. Drive into a double team to kick out, but a foul is called first.
And you can see they're fronting Addie Schooler in the paint.
First of the game on Griffith for Baldwin. Ball knocked back in. Johnson quickly back out for the Chieftains. 4th team foul for the Bulldogs. 3 so far in this quarter for Tongi. Schooler, this is where they've been trying to go. Passes out of a triple team.
Yeah.
Herrera wants it, shoots it, just can't make it. And Shawnick's going to pick up her first. That's kind of the double-edged sword. We talk about her aggressiveness on defense and coming away with the steals. It's good when it works, but in situations like that, you pick up the foul. That might make Coach Eckert kind of just get a little irritated perhaps on that bench.
Well, it's a good hustle foul, but, you can't afford to lose Shonik in this game.
Like, it's one of those, it's like, all right, you got your one. Now you got to really tighten it up here.
Yeah, exactly.
Another three on the way for Baldwin. They are red hot from downtown in the second of this opening quarter for Logan Scobie. Where on earth did this three-point shooting come from?
It showed up tonight.
14-0 Baldwin run. And that ball will stay here with the Chieftains.
One Griffith into the game for Baldwin.
Newfield coming out for the Bulldogs for a well-earned breather.
And another takeaway, fifth turnover forced by this Baldwin defense.
Just a bad telegraph pass by Shonik there.
Giving the Chieftains fits right now. Inside, Chambers on the left side, gets her own miss, and she's fouled on the putback.
You did not get a block out. You just, this is what killed the Chieftains in the last game.
Shades of Friday, indeed. That'll send Carson Chambers, the 5'9 junior, to the line. First foul of the game for Addie Schooler. So Bulldogs are in the bonus for what it's worth. There's remaining 41.3 as Chambers buries her first free throw.
Nice stroke from the lefty there.
Was 0 for 4 on free throw attempts coming into tonight, and she's made her first two.
Well, Baldwin shook off the poor three-point shooting and free throw.
Speaking for Chambers, at least. Bulldog, three, yes! Boy, did the Chieftains need that.
Oh, boy,
Under 30 to go now in this first quarter.
It'd be nice if we can get it under double digits here before the half.
16 unanswered points by the Bulldogs. That last three for Kalia Bulldog, shooting 31% from downtown.
Shot clock is off.
Looking to get a stop, keep the deficit at 10 going into the second. It'll stay at this end. Shonik knocking it loose from the hand of Nye. As Nye appears to be on her way out, Neufeld is going to check back in.
Shonik with those quick hands.
Johnson and Weedy in the game for Tonganoxie.
As Johnson and Weekie checking for Tongi as well.
I think it's a good move by Koser to get Shonik and Schooler out of the game so they don't pick up a cheap foul here.
Neufeld initially got free, now peeling her way back up under 5 seconds, passes out, looking for the fifth three of the quarter. It will not come for Searle, and the first quarter comes to an end. The Bulldogs out to a 10-point lead thanks to 4 3-point buckets. We'll have second quarter action when we return here. You're watching Lady Chieftain Basketball on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Does your roof have possible storm damage? Looking to get solar panels? Or is it just simply time to get it inspected? That's where Balmer Roofing and Solar come into play. Balmer Roofing has a combined 40 years of experience with JAF Master Elite and Emerald Pro contractors. The Balmer family and their team are ready to give your house a brand new roof or solar panels at an affordable cost with a 50-year warranty. Life has mishaps and they want nothing but your customer satisfaction. Let them prove why so many of your neighbors choose Balmer for their roofing projects. To schedule a free inspection, call 913-845-5252 or visit them online at balmerroofing.com. Inviting, connecting, serving, and growing. That's Grounded Coffee House in downtown Tonganoxie. Enjoy the best cup of coffee in town 6 days a week and pair it with freshly made from scratch pastries, muffins, cinnamon rolls, and so much more. Plus, check out their beautiful event center, Grace Hall. Perfect for your next gathering, celebration, wedding, and party. All profits go towards local and international charitable projects and organizations. Drink local, support local at Grounded Coffee House. Place your order for dine-in or carry-out at groundedcoffeehouse.tonganoxie.org.
Second quarter action here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. 10-point lead for the Bulldogs. Like we mentioned, those three-point woes not showed up, at least in that first quarter, Denny. They knocked down 4.
Yeah, they did.
Shooting 21% from downtown as a team.
Good pass.
And Schooler is foul. We'll have an inbounds play coming up here. Like I mentioned, they made a career high, a season high, 8 from downtown, did the Baldwin Bulldogs back in their first game in early December against the Paola Panthers. They're already at 4. We still got 3 quarters to go in this one, so something to keep an eye on. Can they keep that three-point shooting clip up? That's what.
Let's see how they're collapsing on Schooler.
And a 3 on the way from Bruni. That one's good.
And that's what we weren't doing against Eudora. We weren't hitting the open shot when they collapse.
5'5" junior guard had a 3 against Eudora as well, and it's answered on the other end by 9 for the 5th bucket from downtown.
That's just amazing.
Back to a 10-point lead. It's starting to feel a little bit like a track meet, perhaps.
Yeah.
3 ball is alive and well here tonight, particularly for Baldwin. As that one's deflected out by Searle, it's still Chieftain basketball. So it's pretty clear. Chieftains, again, kind of not necessarily force-feeding, but they're trying to get it down low to Addie Schooler. Sometimes it's been some ill-advised passes leading to their 5 turnovers they had in that first quarter, but I think that's the right direction, though. Now they find Baldock on the left post, and a high kiss off the glass is good.
And I think it's Baldock's player that's guarding her is the one collapsing, so that open shooter has to knock down the shots.
Around the horn, just can't make the lay, and a rare miss there by Griffith from that range. Box out by Schooler. Now Shonick up and away, draws the foul. And 2 free throws coming on the way for Alyssa Shonick.
Alyssa struggled at the line against Eudora too, but hopefully she can knock them down tonight. Need to counter that 3-point shooting.
2 of 8 from the free throw line she went, and she misses her first here. This is something, too, in past seasons. She's usually been the best free throw shooter on the team, and this year it has not been the case through now about halfway through the 7th game of the season. 0 for 2, and 2 of 10, dating back to last Friday. And a travel. There's turnover number 4 against the Bulldogs.
Chieftains need to take care of these, you need to take advantage on these turnovers and make these turnovers hurt.
After that great 4-1 into the December portion of the season, that's something the Chieftains, whenever they got the turnovers, they were able to cash them in for points, usually averaging about 8 to 10 points off turnovers a game, it felt like.
Yeah.
Shonick trying to shake loose. Brunker that's out there, can't do it. Pass off to Baldock is short. And rebound eventually rattled around
gotta stop the ball.
To Neufeld, and she is fouled. Going right into the lane, and very little resistance, like you were just alluding to there, Dave. Till she collapsed in on the arc, there really was no one that stepped in front of her. And that's the second foul of the game on Alyssa Shonick. Baseline drive, Neufeld trying to pass back and had her open for a second, but I don't think Nye was necessarily anticipating that pass back.
No.
I see what Neufeld was thinking. You got 2 jerseys collapse on you and trying to go to the open man, but just wasn't ready for it. Now both teams with 5 turnovers. Chieftains trying to cut into this 8-point lead for Baldwin. Shonick around the horn, pop up in the lane, too strong, bodies fall. And Schooler had it for a moment, diving on the floor for the Bulldogs, and it's a travel call. Official was blocking our view, or unless I go to the instant replay. Brunker was the one that got down for Baldwin, and I think she was the one that got called for the travel. She was trying to wrestle that ball away from Schooler and trying to find an open teammate to pass it to. Another pass underneath Bruni to Baldock. That's 2. And a career night forming here for Kalia Baldock, now with 7. Almost single-handedly just keeping the Chieftains in this ball game. From the elbow, off, and a rebound by Shonick. Chieftains starting to build some momentum. Can bring it to a 1-possession game. Baldock can do it, just can't knock it down. And another ball on the baseline. It'll be Baldwin basketball as Schooler and Searle both were down, fighting for that loose ball. 3 Bulldog substitutions in. Collum and Chambers among them. I think Scobie in there as well. Nobody new coming in for the Chieftains. Token pressure being shown by the Lady Chieftains right now. Maybe trying to find a trap on Collum, dribbling her way around. Bruni's on her. Another entry pass. Chambers passes out. 3 on the way. Will not go, but nobody puts a body on her. Gets her own rebound. On the miss is Griffith. And another offensive board here for the Bulldogs. Can they capitalize on it? Trying to go down low to Chambers again. Almost knocked loose by Shank. Poked away again. This time it is taken away by the Chieftains. 7 turnovers they've forced now tonight. And now Shawnick's fouled on the hand check from Bunker. Second on Cheyenne Brunker.
At least they're calling it consistently.
Another chance to make it a 1-possession game here. Herrera trying to go for 2, and she's fouled. And the 4th team foul there on the Bulldogs. And the first of the game on Logan Scobie.
Like we've talked about many times, partner, the best way to get cut into a lead is at the line, making free throws with the clock stopped.
That's usually the best recipe to do it. And you got the best free throw shooter at the line, Jayla Herrera, at 75%.
Chieftains have it back to a 2-possession game. There's an offensive rebound for the Chieftains.
Addie Schooler trying to find Adlin Johnson, but she just can't handle it. And back in possession of the Bulldogs. 21-16, about halfway through the second quarter. Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Drennan. We thank you all for joining us here tonight on Tonganoxie Sports Live, particularly our crew and our fans over at Baldwin Sports Live for tonight's simulcast. Bulldogs looking to build on a 5-point lead. Chieftains have outscored them 8-3 in the second quarter. And another miss, and a rebound collected by Adlin Johnson.
He was able to hold them to 1 try this time. Nicely done.
7 points in the first half for Addie Schooler.
And the thing that she did right there, partner, we talked about her development. She caught the ball high and never brought it down. She took it right to the rack.
And now a turnover for Baldwin. That is their 8th, and it looks like they're going to take a timeout. Coach Kara Rowland wants to take one of her 5 timeouts. I believe it's just a 30. So we will go ahead and keep it here, but now all the momentum on the side of the Chieftains right now. They have been gone from down 10 to now within 3. Looking to take the lead potentially on this next possession. Good time to remind everybody, Chieftain Athletics tonight presented in part by the Tonganoxie Public Library. Why pay for downloadable audiobooks when you can stream them for free with a Tonganoxie Library card? Download the Libby app or visit the library's website to learn more. Also by Wizard of Paws, Tonganoxie's family-owned pet grooming salon with a combined 48 years of experience. Schedule your pet's appointment today at wizardofpawstongi.com. I have a feeling right now, Denny, if the Chieftains get a big 3 here, they already are in the bonus, but if they get a big 3 here, tie this game up, this place could come unglued.
No question.
With 3:33 and counting here in the first half.
Got to take care of the ball, though.
Hendrickson diving on it. Possession arrow in favor of Baldwin. Yeah. And it's an empty possession after all coming out of the timeout for the Chieftains.
It's just as bad as a turnover.
Chieftains hate to see that one go. Now the Bulldogs back on the attack, as they have entered a bit of a scoring drought themselves, and it's going to continue. Another travel. Last time the Bulldogs scored, it was a 3 from Scobie, her second. That made it a 10-point game, 21-11. But the Chieftains basically turned it over on back-to-back possessions now. And Coach Ecker getting a little animated over on that sideline.
Yeah, that's
over by the bench, if you will.
That's communication there.
Very rarely do you see him with a crimson mask on and getting pretty loud over there. He was infuriated. Extra pass, open 3 on the right wing. It's good, and a much-needed one for Baldwin, and the second for Nye.
They are hot. You got to find the shooters.
Six made threes in this first half for the Bulldogs.
Nice.
Schooler with the left hand and gets a piece as Chambers. And Addie Schooler is going to go back to the line where she's 3 of 4 tonight.
And she went with the left hand. That's another big improvement for Addie.
Just short. So we saw her. She was almost automatic on the first 3 she shot. She airballed her 4th attempt and the 5th attempt here.
Needs to get her legs into it. Bend the knees. There you go.
Short again.
Typically when you're short on free throws, it means you're not getting your legs into it.
Scobie, little runner, doesn't go, and Bruni on a good rebound with the box out on Collum. Bruni at the stripe will pass out. Hendrickson, Baldock. She's been the leading scorer for the Chieftains this first half with 7. And another entry pass underneath, another foul. And back to the line for Addie Schooler.
Got her with the body.
That's the second of the game on Chambers, so she quickly picks up 2. Brunker with 2, Collum with 2, and 1 apiece for Searle, Neufeld, Griffith, and Scobie. And
well, you got to knock down these free throws. You want to get back in this.
Coach Eckert's going to request to take a timeout here. Says now 4 straight misses from the line for the Chieftains. 3 straight for Addie Schooler, and Coach Ecker will take the first of his 5 timeouts. 30-second timeout, we'll take it with him. We'll be back with more Chieftain basketball here on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Your home for live, local sports. Varsity Sports Live delivers professional level coverage with high-quality video and broadcasters that know your schools and community.
Touchdown, Tonganoxie!
With the support of local businesses, you never pay to watch varsity sports. Live, local, free high school sports coverage. That's Varsity Sports Live.
Grass gets it away. Moore's down the middle. And he makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans.
Keep up with the action at varsitysportslive.com. Live, local, free high school sports.
So Addie Schooler trying to snap the streak of 4 straight misses at the line, and she does just that. A well-spent timeout there for Coach Ecker. Both teams left with 2 remaining in the game. Now Addie Schooler, the leading scorer for the Chieftains with 8. Just in front of Clea Baldock with 7. 3 for Bruni, 1 for Herrera. Another 3, and it's good. I don't know where this 3-point shooting is coming from. As the scouting report said for Baldwin, that was one thing they did not do very well. They've already had 7, and that's the 3rd for Nye.
Yeah, that's in the first half, folks. Oh,
another miss underneath. Rebound by Searle, and she'll peel around and hand the ball off to Nye.
Chieftains needed to hit that little bunny.
And the Bulldogs were just a little over 20% as a team shooting from 3-point range. You've had 2 for Scobie, 3 for Nye, and 1 apiece for Neufeld and Collum as far as 3-point buckets. And 1 away from tying their season high at 8. And a miss inside. Under a minute to go till half. 30 seconds on the shot clock. Chieftains trying to go to work. Back down by 8. They got within 3. Haven't been able to tie or take the lead since. Shonick draws some contact, but no whistles on the miss.
they're going to try and milk the clock here.
About a 2.5, 3-second difference between game clock and shot clock. Both boys teams waiting in the wings, get some warm-up shots in at halftime. We'll have that tip-off for you approximately around 7:30 right here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Under 15, up near the top with Collum. Goes left on Shauna, gets a screen, 3 on the way. It's good! The 8th 3-ball ties the season high.
And Chieftains back down by 11.
Bucket at the end, no good. And the Baldwin Bulldogs hadn't had a game where they made 8 or more 3-pointers since the very first, back against Paola in early December. They have 8 in the first half. That projects them to a 30-19, 11-point halftime lead, like you mentioned, Denny. We'll break down this first half and more coming up in the White Birch Property Realty Executives halftime show.
For a winning team, contact White Birch Properties, the real estate MVPs.
Tonganoxie is the ideal location to start a business. That's why the Tonganoxie Business Association has strived towards a common goal of adding value to businesses and the community since 2015. They assist in providing improved services for customers and visitors, encouraging and enhancing businesses, and preserving historical and cultural assets. Follow them on Instagram for the latest and upcoming event information and become a member today by visiting their website, TonganoxieBusinessAssociation.com. Proud supporters of Chieftain Athletics.
The Tonganoxie Recreation Commission is committed to creating community through parks, people, and programs. And now, with their all-new activity center, the Tonganoxie Rec Commission can do even more. Tongi Rec understands the benefits reaped through recreation are endless. Tongi Rec has a long list of classes, activities, and programs for the young and young at heart. For program pricing and schedules, call 913-845-3502. Visit them at the all-new activity center at the Tonganoxie High West campus or go to tongirec.org.
Family-owned and operated Wizard of Paws is a 5th-generation business located in the heart of downtown Tonganoxie. The professionally trained staff takes pride in making every dog and cat look its best, whether it be to breed-specific trim or an adorable cute pet trim. Plus, their facility offers amenities in space that are doggone amazing. Call Wizard of Paws to make your appointment at 913-416-0255 or visit them at 406 East 4th Street in Tonganoxie. Learn more at wizardofpawstongi.com.
Your one stop for beauty and relaxation. That's the Beauty Bar Salon and Spa in downtown Tonganoxie, offering services for men's and women's haircuts, facial waxing, tanning, makeup, bridal services, and more. Their team is dedicated to providing a memorable experience for each guest. From vibrant styles and colors to soothing massages, they have everything you need to look and feel amazing. To make an appointment, call 913-347-2957 or visit them at 414 East 4th Street in Tonganoxie.
Are you ready for a mouth-watering journey down memory lane? Introducing Flashbacks. Start your day off right with our fluffy pancakes, omelets, or a cinnamon roll. For lunch, sink your teeth into our juicy made-to-order burgers, Philly cheese, and more. Flashbacks' friendly staff and welcoming atmosphere make every visit a delight, and their menu is filled with comfort food that will give you those warm, delicious flashbacks. Visit them today in downtown Tonganoxie, open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to 12:30 p.m.
Back here in our coverage in the White Birch Property Realty Executives halftime show. Your score, the Baldwin Bulldogs 30, Tonganoxie Chieftains 19. As we break down this first half with you, got some stats for you, give some point totals, some percentages, and we'll turn it over to Denny as he gets really deep into the margins as far as some key stats. There's quite a lot of them. We'll start first with the scoring for the Chieftains. You got Kalia Baldock with 7, second in scoring on the team, just behind Addie Schooler with 8. Kalia Baldock usually, comes in averaging about 2.5 points per game, so definitely having a bit of an explosion in that first half for Kalia. And you got a 3 for Ashlyn Bruni, just 1 for Jayla Herrera. For the Bulldogs, you got Scobie with 6 with 2 3-point buckets. You got Neufeld with 3 on a 3-point bucket. 2 threes for Collins. She's got 6. Emerson Nye with 11, 3 from downtown in that first half. Are you guys catching a theme yet? I bet. And Chambers with 4, 2 buckets underneath for her. The Bulldogs shot 43.5 from the field, 57 from downtown, 57%, just unheard of. 66.7 from the free throw line, 2 of 3. Chieftains go 31.6% from the field, 22 from downtown, 2 of 9. They've shot so far this game, and 41.7 from the free throw line, 5 of 12. So fairly optimal from three-point range and the free throw line for the Chieftains. And the big story, obviously, Denny, we've talked about it throughout the entire first half. This Baldwin Bulldog team, not known for their three-point shooting, 21.5% shooting as a team coming into tonight through their first 6-7 games, and now they have 8, ties their season best for made in a single game. Just within the first 2 quarters alone, that's 57% from downtown. You can look at it 2 ways of that they're just, maybe this is their night, they're red hot, but also what are the odds that they could keep that percentage up, that clip up going over the next 2 quarters? History would say they're supposed to dive out, but who knows? Maybe this is their night. I don't know.
It could be, but the odds are going to tell you that shooting's got to cool off. But several of the stats that jump out at me, obviously number one is points, 3-point plays, or 3-point shooting. 24 points. They hit 8 threes in the first half to Tonganoxie's 6. So, that's really the big thing in this first half. But also points off turnovers. The Bulldogs are capitalizing on that better than the Chieftains, 11-2. And then total rebounds, they've out-rebounded Tongi by 8. So that's got to change coming up in the second half here.
Yeah,
the Chieftains want to get back in this.
Yeah, you got to find a way to limit those. So I think for Tonga, you're sitting there thinking about the way that Baldwin, particularly in that second quarter, they didn't have a single bucket in the paint within 2-point range. It was 4 3-pointers to 12 points. They outscored the Chieftains 12-9 in that second quarter after outscoring them 18-8 in the first quarter. So, I think for that defense, you're sitting there thinking you're liking your defense in the paint and all that, but I think I just don't know as a coach, because you're going to say, are you going to keep daring them to keep taking that 3, as to saying there's no way you're going to keep making them, but I think right now you got to find a way to adjust to attack, guard better at the perimeter, and then if that opens up your inside game, then you got to rely on Addie Schooler and your down low defenders to go to work and try to hold the fort down there. I think that's probably going to be your best avenue in the second half.
Well, the Chieftains need to find the 3-point shooters and really guard the line.
Yeah, and on the flip side of that, if you can get a couple more threes to go down and get 2 of 9, they shot in that first half just 22%. But definitely the free throw shooting, this has the making of a game where we're going to see plenty more free throws in the second half. And if you're going to finish shooting 41.7, 5 of 12, that is probably not going to favor you very well in this game. Chieftains got within 3 at 21-18, and then they were outscored down the stretch 9-1. And now they will try to come back and make this comeback in the second half. Coach Ecker and his team already out of the locker room, and so are the Baldwin Bulldogs. You've been watching the White Birch Property Realty Executives halftime show. Second half is coming up next.
Hi, do you offer insurance bundling?
Enter authentication code to start transaction.
Where would I get the code?
Please enter code.
Okay. Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
Wrong.
Let's talk about bundling and see if there are other ways for you to save with a super check.
That sounds great.
Here, take a look.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Tex Vandervoort in Tonganoxie today.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here as part of Fort Scott Community College's John Deere Tech program. Maybe you belong here as part of the perennial playoff-bound Greyhound baseball team. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
Family-owned and operated Wizard of Paws is a 5th-generation business located in the heart of downtown Tonganoxie. The professionally trained staff takes pride in making every dog and cat look its best. Whether it be to breed-specific trim or an adorable cute pet trim. Plus, their facility offers amenities and space that are doggone amazing. Call Wizard of Paws to make your appointment at 913-416-0255 or visit them at 406 East 4th Street in Tonganoxie. Learn more at wizardofpawstongi.com.
Inviting, connecting, serving, and growing. That's Grounded Coffee House in downtown Tonganoxie. Enjoy the best cup of coffee in town 6 days a week and pair it with freshly made from scratch pastries, muffins, cinnamon rolls, and so much more. Plus, check out their beautiful event center, Grace Hall. Perfect for your next gathering, celebration, wedding, and party. All profits go towards local and international charitable projects and organizations. Drink local, support local at Grounded Coffee House. Place your order for dine-in or carry-out at groundedcoffeehousetonganoxie.org.
Here we go, start of the second half. Tonight presented by Grounded Coffee House. Follow them on Facebook and check out their website, groundedcoffeehousetonganoxie.org, to learn how you can help make a difference and to support today. Chieftains going to need an 11-point comeback in the second half, and that is not the way you want to start it. Heads up, Coach Ecker taking the opening pass on that opening possession. Turnover number 9 tonight for the Chieftains.
You don't want to open up that way.
Starting 5 out back there again for the Chieftains and the Bulldogs. Coming out of halftime, Bulldogs are going to build on an 11-point lead. They led by 10, saw it withered down to 3, and they closed out that second quarter, like we mentioned, on that big run, 9-1. And there's the 9th three of the game, the 4th for Nye, and that's a new season high for most three-pointers made in a game. Who would have thought, right? What a performance it has been from the downtown shooting tonight, particularly for Nye. I mean, again, that's her 4th.
Yeah.
We've had 2 made by Collum, 2 by Scobie, 1 for Neufeld. Searle thought about it, dribbles and passes off instead. And this has been a three-point shooting performance I don't think anybody expected. Collum, a nice little up and under move. She's got 8.
Chiefs need to stop the bleeding.
14-1, Baldwin run now, stretching towards the end of that second quarter and the start of the third. Shonick trying to get the scoring started, and she just can't, misses. And maybe that's the other big story from that first half, Denny. No points for Alyssa Shonick, and still scoreless after that miss.
Yep.
Your leading scorer at 19.5 per ball game.
You got to hope she explodes here in the second half.
You got 8 points for Addie Schooler, 7 points for Kalia Baldock, 3 for Ashlyn Bruni, and 1 made free throw for Jayla Herrera. Here's a rebound on the missed 3 by Addie Schooler.
Haven't said that very much tonight. Missed 3 for Baldwin.
Shonick waiting. Now Bruni trying to make her second. It's off. And the rebound eventually tracked in by Neufeld.
They're going to get her. Oh,
well, jump ball, but it still will be Baldwin basketball. So we know, I think priority number 1, getting into some First Security Bank keys in the second half, brought to you by First Security Bank, proud supporters of Chieftain Athletics. I think obviously priority number 1 right now, you got to find a way to get Alyssa Shonick in the scoring. You got to find a way to get it started here in the second half.
She needs to see that first one go down. She needs to keep shooting.
Between that and defensively, got to find a way to slow down this red-hot three-point shooting of Baldwin. It's well over half of their points tonight have come from beyond the arc. Coming up on 10 on the shot clock. Pass to the near corner. Neufeld wide open. 3. Leaves it short, and she gets her own long rebound. And now a fresh 30 and counting on the shot clock now for Baldwin. As Baldock sold out trying to get the deflection, ran herself out of bounds. That left Neufeld wide open on the short 3 to go get her own rebound. Johnson going to get called on the reach in. Picks up her first. Adlin Johnson for the Chieftains.
Johnson, her first.
You want that exact total, Dane? 27 of the 35 points tonight.
That's
for Baldwin,
unbelievable.
coming from downtown. That is unbelievable. If you're a great three-point shooting team, that's a heck of a mark. But for a team that is shooting just over 20% as a team coming into tonight, absolutely unreal. Full timeout, second timeout taken to the game by Tonganoxie. We'll go ahead and take it with them. We'll be back here live inside Chieftain Arena after this break.
Charlie was born at LMH. We had a great team of nurses. Not only did they check in on us regularly, they always asked if we had questions, always made sure that we understood what was going on. I cannot say enough wonderful things about the labor and delivery, family birthing, and mother baby care team at LMH Health. We had to put our entire trust into their hands, and just everyone was so friendly and so supportive.
Families and business owners have trusted Mutual Savings Association for over 100 years. They offer checking accounts, online banking, personal and business loans, investment planning, insurance and retirement plans, and so much more. Their team specializes in creating a financial plan that is tailor-made to your needs to help you achieve your financial goals. Visit one of their 6 nearby locations, including downtown Tonganoxie, or visit their website msa.bank to learn more. Member FDIC. But you did that settling update. You said 77% of the points tonight for Baldwin. Coming from three-point range. Just unreal. They got the advantage, 35-19. Chieftains have yet to score here as we're about halfway through this third quarter. There's a turnover for the Bulldogs. And really, that's the one thing. That's their 10th turnover tonight. So turnovers have been not so pretty for the Bulldogs. But anything else outside of that?
They're going to change it.
Are they really? They are. Wow, okay. Good call. Good eye there, Denny. So maybe you're hearing Coach Eckert saying, well, if you're going to say it's deflected out of bounds, you got to change the shot clock back. So from 35 down to 25. It's only a 10-second loss. So good awareness there for Coach Eckert as well, getting that shot clock reset. Drive and a kick, Collum swinging it back out, going to knife in. 4 Chieftain defenders around. Another 3 is left short. And that last miss from Nye, again, she's made 4 from downtown, 14 total points. Not used to seeing her miss that. As Shawnee gets her first points of the night on the drive-in.
Yeah, we needed that. I tell you, Alyssa needed to see that one go down. Now hopefully she can open up her scoring here.
And the Chieftains needed that. Shawnee needed that. Just to see that first bucket go down, can that kind of take the lid off and see her explode? She's fouled on the hand check. First of the game going to be called against Nye.
Nye, her first. Rudy in the game for Chieftain.
Baldwin continuing to make substitutions, get a nice ovation from the Baldwin fans making the trip out here tonight. Bruni at the elbow finds Baldock, and she has double figures tonight. Her second from downtown, and she's got 10. Now the Chieftain offense starting to show some signs of life as we close towards 3.5 in the third. Neufeld skipped. Now an extra pass out on the way from Brunker, but it doesn't go. And Shanik just diving in there to get that loose board. Not leaving it to any chance. Johnson drugged that pivot foot. That's a travel. And now both teams with 10 turnovers tonight.
Baldwin's been doing a better job of scoring off of those turnovers, though.
Points off turnovers from that first half, 11-3 in favor of the Bulldogs. Still hold an 11-point lead. Chieftains haven't been able to get any closer than 3 from the second quarter on. Catch and shoot 3. Scobie can't knock it down. The 3 ball perhaps cooling off in the second half for the Baldwin Bulldogs. Schooler trying to take that pass in, but it's knocked away. They had Chambers underneath defending that one as she knocked it away, denying the entry pass from Addie Schooler, or from Alyssa Shawn, excuse me. Trying to find Addie Schooler down low. Now Johnson ducking this one away. Bruni takes control of it. Both teams just turning the ball over now. And another foul here against the Bulldogs. That'll be their second team foul. And the third on Brunker. As Nye is going to check back in for Brunker with her 3 fouls. Also have Adlin Johnson checking out of the game. Chloe Hendrickson out there for the Chieftains. Schooler wants it, gets it on the feed from Bulldog, trying to go up strong. Addie Schooler able to finish. She's got 10.
Yeah, that's what you need right there.
And the Chieftains have this under 10. Baseline drive, squares the shoulders, fires in, knocks it down for Collin. That looked good as soon as it left her hand.
It did. Is that 10?
11.
11.
11 points for her.
11 3-pointers.
11 points for Collin, 10 3-pointers. I see what you were asking for now. Yeah. I got you. 10 3 balls, 11 points for Collin. And another Bulldog foul. That'll be the third of the game against Chambers. That is her third as well. So Searle and Griffith, pair of starters, going to come back into the game. Yeah, there's pretty much no doubt as soon as that last 3 left the hands of Collin. I think you and I both knew it lined up, it was looking good, and it was nothing but net. Kalia Baldock trying to build on her career night. Can't get the made bucket, but it's tipped out of bounds, and it'll stay at this end as Collin just couldn't get a handle on it.
Good job there by Kalia fighting for that rebound. Ends up staying here with the Chieftains.
Chieftains still battling hard here, a minute 42 in the third, trying to close this deficit as much as they can to go into the fourth. Pull up at the elbow is nothing but net for Alyssa Shonick. She's got 4, all 4 coming in this third quarter. Making a 10-point ball game once again. Baldwin has had the lead since it was 7-5 in the first quarter. Haven't looked back since. 15 on the shot clock. Drive, puts it up, draws contact, and a chance to earn him at the line for Collin. Drove in right at Addie Schooler, who has picked her second foul, second team foul of the Chieftains. And now 2 free throws on the way here for Cammie Collin. First one is on the way, and it is good. Only the 3rd trip to the free throw line tonight for the Bulldogs. Definitely have made the most of their opportunities, though, as they are 3 for 4. Collin, one of the best shooters at 85% from the line, and showing it right there. 2 for 2, now 4 for 5 from the line. 2 more points for Collin. That takes the Baldwin lead back up to 12 as we close in on the final minute of the third.
Lady Chiefs is going to have their work cut out for them if they want.
Bruni able to get the extra kiss on the back heel. And the rattle in is good, as that goes for Griffith for her first bucket. Teams trading points here. Final 40 and counting. Shonick again fouled on her way in.
Yeah, she needs to knock these down.
Second foul of the game on Logan Scobie. And back to the line for Shonick. Chieftains struggling at the free throw line so far tonight. Shot it about 41% in that first half. And another one missed. That's 3 straight misses tonight at the line for Alyssa Shonick.
Chieftains leaving way too many points on the line tonight.
Their 8th miss from the line tonight. And 5 of the last 7. They're able to make it on the back end. Could be the final possession of the third quarter for Baldwin. About a 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Under 10. Extra pass near corner. Scobie 3. No good. Gets the board. Putback is no good either underneath by Neufeld. Now it's Schoenig. Got to put something up. Good if it goes, but it's too strong off the top of the glass. And the third quarter is won by the Bulldogs. They take an 11-point lead going into the fourth and final quarter. Chieftains going to look to make a rally. That last three for Kalia Bulldog. She's got 10, putting together a career night for her.
Hi, do you offer insurance bundling?
Enter authentication code to start transaction.
Where would I get the code?
Please enter code.
Okay. Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
Wrong.
Let's talk about bundling and see if there are other ways for you to save with a super check.
That sounds great.
Here, take a look.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Tex Vandervoort in Tonganoxie today.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here as part of Fort Scott Community College's John Deere Tech program. Maybe you belong here as part of the perennial playoff-bound Greyhound baseball team. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
Going into the fourth quarter, presented in part by Kansas City, Kansas Community College, where they want to take classes in high school or after graduation. KCCC is in your backyard. Check out how college can help you today at kckcc.edu. Both teams scoring 12 points in that third quarter, so we open the fourth quarter just like we did the third. An 11-point Baldwin lead, 42-31 over the Tonganoxie Chieftains. And the Chieftains will look to rally to avoid losing their second straight game here at home in 2026 and their second straight in Frontier League play. Here's a three on the left wing for Schoenig, and it is good. From scoreless in the first half for Schoenig to now 8 points in the second half. Now the Chieftain defense looking to string together some stops. It's been hard to slow down this three-point attack. Onslaught really is what it is, a blitz, whatever you want to call it. 10 points from 10 buckets from three-point range tonight for Baldwin. By far their best three-point shooting performance of the season. Under 5 on the shot clock. Got to get something up here quick, and they turn it over instead. No, it's deflected, but still 1 second on the shot clock.
Chieftains have switched to a zone defense.
Perhaps giving the Baldwin Bulldogs some fits here. Now 1 second. Basically, it's got to be catch and shoot, and it will be Neufeld. I don't think she got it off in time. No good anyways. And the Chieftain defense, that's a way to make a stand to start this fourth quarter.
Absolutely. Yeah, you got to score on this end. Baldwin defense is kind of sagging in the middle.
Deep three. Herrera leaves it short. Bruni trying to save it. It goes off the back of the backboard. And that'll be Baldwin basketball.
I'm not sure that's the one the coach wanted.
Herrera looking to some of her supports in the stands, just kind of shrugging her shoulders like, I don't know. Trying to get that big bucket, that big spark for her team. She's been limited to just 1 point so far. That last three she attempted definitely from deep NBA range. Now a travel called here against Searle.
You got to make these hurt if you're the Chieftains.
Turnover number 12 on the Bulldogs, 13, excuse me, on the Bulldogs tonight. This is the moment in the game. The Chieftains have had it under 10. They've gotten as close as 3. They really haven't shown any other threat to take control. That's got to change right here. Herrera with the three on the way. Will not go. Bruni fights for the board. Put back. And a chance to earn him at the line. Nicely done there for Ashlyn Bruni to save what was looking like it was going to be an empty possession. Able to get position on Column. And goes right back up with it. Ashlyn Bruni, first-year starter at the varsity level this year.
Nice stroke on that free throw.
Seeing Bruni fill in for that spot where last year was Emerson Maslak, now of the Chieftain girls wrestling team this year. We'll see her a little bit later on in February when we got some boys and girls varsity duels coming up here at home. So Ashlyn Bruni has been able to help fill in that production miss from Maslak this year. Missed free throw and a jump ball, and it still will belong to the Bulldogs. So Bruni will settle on a 1-for-2 trip. 6 points tonight for Bruni. (35-42), Bulldogs still with the lead. 6 minutes to go in regulation. And take it away. Telegraph pass, Bruni back the other way. Can't make the left hand. Herrera trailing behind. That one won't go either.
Oh, man, you got to make those.
2 close range looks there for the Chieftains, but stepping out of bounds is Scobie. Turnover number 15. 14 and 15, almost happening back-to-back there for Baldwin. And can the Chieftains capitalize on this third opportunity? Shonick passing out. Thought maybe she might take that to the cup, try to do it herself. Will she do it here? She will on the left side, too strong. Schooler put back, short. Another throwaway. Baldwin head coach, she just cannot believe herself. Coach Rowland falling down to the court, collapsing in frustration. Coach Ecker might be doing the same if they come away with no points, however. And it's a foul against the Chieftains and Addie Schooler on the box out.
Is that 3 on her? Yep.
3 on Schooler. And a timeout going to be taken by Baldwin. Chance after chance after chance after chance, and the Chieftains still not able to come away with points. Tough break. We head into the timeout. 42-35. Baldwin still with the lead. A little over 5 to go in regulation.
Hey, you ready to go to my mom's?
Well, I can't go today. I have to mow. It's probably going to take all day.
Well, that's too bad. Don't work too hard.
Dixie Chopper. Speed when you need it.
See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
Are you ready for a mouth-watering journey down memory lane? Introducing Flashbacks. Start your day off right with our fluffy pancakes, omelets, or a cinnamon roll. For lunch, sink your teeth into our juicy made-to-order burgers, Philly cheese, and more. Flashbacks' friendly staff and welcoming atmosphere make every visit a delight, and their menu is filled with comfort food that will give you those warm, delicious flashbacks. Visit them today in downtown Tonganoxie, open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to 12:30 p.m.
Chieftains had 5 chances that last possession of the basketball, pair of possessions, thanks to really rapid back-to-back-to-back turnovers for the Bulldogs. They come away with no points, so they still trail by 7. 3 missed, and a rebound taken here by Bruni. And under 5 to go in the ball game, it feels like, Denny, it's now or never for this team. 3 on the way, Herrera. It's good, her first.
Big 3 right there by Jalen.
And the big bucket, perhaps, finally, that the Chieftains have been waiting for, especially in this second half. The first from downtown for Herrera, and now she takes it away. Turnover number 17, and Herrera is fouled. A chance to go to the line for a pair. She has the chance to bring the Chieftains within 2, the closest they've been ever since they lost the lead at 7-5 in that first quarter.
Got to hit these free throws, though.
Third foul of the game on Scobie. Herrera went 1 for 2 on her last trip, and that one rattles in, as it felt like everybody in here inside Chieftain Arena was just holding their breath on the edge of their seat.
She used every bit of the rim on that one.
Boy, did she. The good old ricochet in and good to bring the Chieftains within 2. She does it. Now Baldwin looking to get back on the attack. Three on the way. Oh, my goodness.
That was from way downtown.
The 5th three ball for Nye. 17 points for tonight. Takes the Baldwin advantage back to 5. A double dribble called on the Chieftains as they turn it over for the 12th time.
Can't afford to do that.
Oh, my goodness. More substitutions being made. Chambers back in for the Bulldogs. She comes in for Searle. Chieftains with, say, both teams, 3 timeouts remaining. We'll definitely start to see them get spent as this game gets further and further along and close. Trying to shake loose. Bruni staying with her every step on column. It finds its way underneath, trying to collect Neufeld, peels back out, and another takeaway for the Chieftains. They have forced 18 turnovers tonight on Baldwin. Herrera, 3, will not go. Trying to get a shot up quickly, looking for the jump ball, but they will get the reach in instead. And a foul on the Chieftains and a foul on Ashlyn Bruni for her first. Things really starting to pick up here. Under 3.5 to go in regulation. And we will have the boys varsity game for you here as well. Expected tip-off to be around 7:40 p.m. Right now, could be closing in on the end of what could be a thriller. Baldwin hanging on to a 5-point lead, 45-40. Knifing in, looking for the extra pass, another turnover. This has been ugly in the second half for the Bulldogs. Turning the ball over, closing in on 20 in the ball game. Shawnick trying to cash in, and she does. Double figures, all 10 in the second half for Alyssa Shawnick after going scoreless in the first. And another timeout on the floor. Most importantly, back to a one-possession game. 30 seconds, we'll keep it here. So we give you folks another look at what we got coming up here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. After this game here tonight, we're back at it on Friday, the 9th, on the road at Ottawa. Then back here, quick turnaround next Monday, January 12th, here at home against the Pleasant Ridge Rams. Chieftains on the road that following Tuesday, the 13th, at Paola. You can watch that game on Paola Sports Live. And then we're back that following Friday, the 16th, against the Spring Hill Broncos. You can check out the full winter schedule for the Chieftains at varsitysportslive.com. Chieftains have just continued to rally, hang around in this game, down double figures, not once but twice, and have stormed from behind. And now are only down by 3, 45-42.
Oh. One more and the Chieftains will have the Bulldogs in a bonus.
That foul is against Herrera. So her and Shawnick with 2, Bruni with 1, Schooler with 3. And off the bench, you got Johnson with 1, Hendrickson with 2. Closing in on the final 2.5 of regulation. Herrera staying right on top of Column. She passes it off to Neufeld. Now to Scobie, and Bruni's going to pick up the foul. And that's the 4th team foul for the Chieftains, so one more, and that'll put the Bulldogs in the bonus.
I thought that last one was the 5th, but no.
For what it's worth for Baldwin, they only have 2 team fouls, so 3 fouls to give before the Chieftains would be put in the bonus. Double team, Herrera stripping it out. It's a jump ball, and it's Chieftain basketball.
That's as good as a turnover.
Great hustle getting in there. That double team collapsing in. Herrera able to strip that ball out. Possession arrow will go back in favor of the Bulldogs, and now the Chieftains, once again, a big 3-point bucket can have them tie. Bruni to Schooler. One collection goes into the defender, and she traveled. As everybody here, every Baldwin fan and Coach Rowland for the Bulldogs out of their seat saying, where is the travel? And they came just a little bit later than they wanted, but they still got it. Another empty possession for the Chieftains. They still trail by 3.
Oh, wow.
And now the Bulldogs will be in the bonus the remainder of this ball game. At least in regulation. Forbid if we go into overtime. Third of the game on Ashlyn Bruni. This is the first. This is only the 4th trip to the line tonight for the Bulldogs. It's the 2nd for Collum. 5'5" sophomore, maybe feeling the pressure, a little strong on the first. Makes the second, however. 14 points tonight for Collum. You got 17 points for Emmy Nye. Those two have definitely been doing the lion's share of the scoring tonight for the Bulldogs, as they've seen over 50% of their points come from three-point range. Here's a runner and count the bucket. Alyssa Schoenig finishing on the left side. So we take another look at it on the instant replay. Went left on that screen, that slight hesitation. That was enough to get around Nye, and Alyssa Schoenig does the rest. Now, can she cash in on the free throw? She can.
You got herself a 1-point game.
Alyssa Schoenig getting 3 the old-fashioned way. She's got 13, all 13 points in the second half.
No, that's what we said, partner. Is the key to the second half is to get Schoenig going.
Looking for another 3. It's off. Easy rebound for Addie Schooler on the miss from Emmy Nye. And the Chieftains in position to take the lead. Final 90 seconds in regulation. And an illegal screen on Schooler.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
And that's number 4 on Addie. And the Tongi coach is livid right now as we take another look at it. And man, is there movement there? Yes. Did it come? The forward momentum of the Baldwin player.
Doesn't matter.
You be the judge. Call has already been made. One more for Addie. She fouls out. Chieftains trying to rally, get their first win in their 15th matchup ever against the Baldwin Bulldogs. 0 for 14 all time, 0 and 10 all time against Baldwin in league play. Catch and shoot 3, well short on the far side. A little bit rushed for Nye. As we will dip under a minute to go. Everybody in this gym on the edge of their seats, broadcasters included. Schoenig to Schooler for the lead. Does not go.
How does that not go down?
And Baldwin looking to take a timeout, and they will. So 2 timeouts apiece. Bulldogs still in the bonus. 40.7 to go in regulation, and that last shot from Schooler, Denny, man, it felt like it was on the rim forever.
Yeah, it did.
Falls in, Chieftains have the lead. It fell off instead, and the Chieftains still trail by 1, but still plenty of time here.
Yeah.
You're still within striking distance to take the lead and to win this ball game, which is just incredible to think about. You go back to that first half, you were down 11 in 11 at halftime. You came into this fourth quarter down 11. You've been down double digits on 2 or 3 separate occasions in this ball game after getting within at least 1 possession, and yet here this Lady Chieftain team is. They're still here, and this is something that we've seen even years before Coach Eckert finally took control. This was, within the past 4 years or so, this has been a team that's been coached, they've been taught. No matter what the score is, if you're down 30 or you're down 3, you play like you're always in the ball game.
Absolutely.
That trait paying dividends for this team here tonight, keeping them in this one. You got both the boys team out of the locker room. They are waiting for the conclusion to go out on the court, get their 20-minute warm-up session in. An expected start of that one will be approximately around about 7:40, 7:45 here on Tonganoxie Sports Live, the start of the boys varsity game. Chieftains showing some pressure, trying to close in. Now picking the tempo up, able to get through it is Neufeld. And she is fouled in the lane. 33.5 seconds on the clock. As Bruni will step in and take that foul, and that's her 4th. So her and Addie Schooler with 4 fouls apiece. No more to give before fouling out. And another miss at the line. Typically for Neufeld, only 44% from the stripe, but she knocks down the second.
2-point game.
45-47, 2 to tie, 3 for the lead. Schoenig for the tie. It's short. Bruni saves it right back at Alyssa. It's up and a chance to earn him at the line. And what was very important is, that last shot, I don't know if it hit rim or not. I think shot clock was off, so it didn't really matter, but look at the effort here for Bruni to save it right back at Schoenig, who wastes no time on a drive-in. And 2 free throws make both. This game is tied. Second foul of the game on Searle. Here's the first from Alyssa. It's good.
Hit them when they count, partner.
After struggling, and Alyssa has made her last 3. Looking to go her last 4. We're tied. And a timeout on the floor by Baldwin. Our first tie since it was 5-5 back in the first quarter. Tied at 47, 20.2 to go in regulation. We're going to step aside. You do not want to miss the end of this thriller. Coming up here on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
More toppings, more taste, more value. Gambino's Pizza. You're gonna love it. Taste mouth-watering flavors in our new chicken bacon ranch pizza. Bring a crowd to feast on our 11 toppings mobster pizza. Pizzas with quality meats and a 100% real cheese, like our triple tasty seasoned sausage cravers pizza. Try favorites like pastas, calzones, sandwiches, appetizers, salads, and desserts. More toppings, more taste, more value. Gambino's Pizza. You're gonna love it.
Midwest Chiropractic Center is a friendly and caring clinic providing comprehensive care for your chiropractic, rehabilitative, and fitness needs. Upon entering one of our offices, you are treated like family. The staff cares about your health, and their approach to care proves it. With 3 locations in Tonganoxie, Lansing, and Bonner Springs, plus some Saturday hours, Midwest Chiropractic Center is dedicated to offering affordable.
Crashing out of the break there. The Chieftains in this fourth quarter, Denny, a 16-5 run to come back and tie this one. Shot clock is off. Baldwin with the ball. Neufeld drives left, kick out. Scobie 3, won't go. Long board, tracked, tripped. No foul. It is still Baldwin basketball. Schoenig hit the deck, and tripping over her was Collum. They don't call the foul, and Baldwin is going to take, I believe,
timeout.
Is it their final, or is it just one? Okay, so it's just one. So that last timeout I had wrong, taken by the Chieftains. So 1 timeout remaining, and really, we keep talking about in the ball game. Now we got to really start focusing on in regulation, because this could be it. A second and a half. I go back to the game, the boys' game last year. I'm sure you remember it. Everybody remembers it. It was viral. Cooper Carr, the junior then, now senior, made that viral 4-point play. That was a game where the Chieftains led most throughout. It was that 4-point play to close it out within the final seconds to win 51-50. And now we get another thriller here in the girls' game in 2026.
It's been a great one.
It has been a great one. Without a doubt. Get Dylan Funk, Dennis Drennan here on the call. Appreciate all of our fans tuning in here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. And, of course, welcoming the fans over from Baldwin Sports Live.
We've got a good one here no matter where you're from.
No doubt about it. So now will be what did Coach Rowland have to draw up in that timeout? It will inbound on the far side, on the side baseline.
Pretty much has to be a catch and shoot.
You got Scobie that'll inbound it. You've had Nye that's had a hot hand from 3. As they give it to her, she puts it up, and it's no good. Overtime in 2026. Final shot there at the end. Nye, like we said, she had the hot hand. 17 points, including 5 from downtown. Just couldn't make it that time. And the Chieftains on that 16-5 run sends this game into overtime. Our first overtime game this winter sports season. As they officially get to type it in on the score bug there. How about it? So we will reset. 4 minutes. Fouls and everything will stay where they're at. So the Bulldogs are in the bonus. Excuse me. Bulldogs in the bonus. Chieftains are a foul away from being in the bonus. It's 4 team fouls against the Bulldogs. Let's reset here some point totals real quick. You got Alyssa Schoeneck, 15 points, all 15 coming in that second half. How big has she been? 10 in this game for Kalia Baldock, 6 for Bruni, 6 for Herrera, and 10 for Addie Schooler. The Chieftains have had no points coming off the bench here in this one. For the Bulldogs, you got 6 for Scobie, 2 for Griffith, 4 for Neufeld, 14 for Collins, 17 for Nye, and 4 for Chambers. Just 10 bench points, excuse me, for the Bulldogs tonight. Three ties in regulation, 2 lead changes. 2 of those ties and both lead changes coming all the way back in the first quarter. So here we go. In the middle again, Schooler and Nye. Our first overtime game, and the Chieftains win the toss as it's back to Schoeneck, and here we go. Schoeneck trying to ride the rails in that 15-point second half, and it's underneath to Schooler, and she is fouled. Johnny on the spot. Addie Schooler able to get that rebound. The foul is against Searle for her third. And Addie Schooler, a chance at the line to give the Chieftains the lead. They are now in the bonus, and Addie just short and falls off on the left side on the first attempt. That ends the streak of 5 straight made free throws for the Chieftains to close out that fourth quarter. Second one on the way, and it's short as well. Now the Bulldogs back the other way, and it's a travel. And there's turnover number 20 tonight for the Bulldogs. It has not been a clean game whatsoever. We mentioned the 3 ball has been the big benefactor, the big factor tonight for this Baldwin offense, about 10 plus. New single season high. Herrera knocks down to 3. Her second. She's got 9, and the Chieftains have a 3-point lead. Up the floor, Schoeneck stops to her left. I think she traveled, she did.
She tried to do the Euro step, but she didn't have enough room.
It's a little much, yep. Bruni able to take it away. What a defensive effort it has been in the second half for the Chieftains. Forcing turnovers. 20 plus officially on the ball game. Schoeneck, big 3. Won't go. Schooler on the rebound. Loses it. It's out of bounds. And it stays at this end. They're going to say it's off the arm or shoulder of Searle, I believe. Let's take another look here.
It might have been off her head.
Yeah, I think you're right, Danny. A little off the noggin area. Schooler to the left, wide, and off target. And a rebound by Scobie. Chieftains have amassed 50 points tonight and not a single point coming off the bench. And now an offensive foul against Neufeld. Herrera hit the deck.
Yeah.
The offensive foul, so no free throws.
Foul, yeah.
But an offensive foul there, it's as good as a turnover. Empty possession. Chieftains continue to hold on to this lead.
Run a little clock here, maybe.
They have stormed back 19-5 run to tie and now take the lead, and another travel on Herrera. And I think they're going to get her for that little
hop.
Kind of collection. That right there. As she's going to collect herself before putting up that three-pointer. They've been all over her all night long on that. 15th turnover tonight for the Chieftains.
Chieftains have really picked up the defensive pressure.
Drive off the side of the backboard. Good stand-up defense for Schooler, as Neufeld couldn't drive and finish it. We're under 90 to go here in overtime.
Yeah, you can get this under a minute if you run a little clock here.
Schoenig with the hand off to Bruni.
Get the ball in Schoenig's hands right here.
They do right now. 15 on the shot clock. Schoenig waiting her opportunity. Nye on top of her, passes it off again.
Yes.
And going through the screen as Herrera hit the deck once again, I believe was Collum. And Collum picks up her third. Her fourth, excuse me.
Fresh 35 for the Chieftains if they can.
2 free throws for Herrera. She knocks down the first. I mentioned she's the best free throw shooter on the team at 75%. And she is now 4 of 5 with that last make.
She can make this a 2-possession game.
It's up. It's good.
Now you don't want to foul if you're the Chieftains.
Nye trying to get that big three. It rattles out. And Schooler on the board. That's coming back the other end. Under a minute to go.
Addie could ice this here. She could hit a couple free throws.
4th foul on Neufeld. And for Nye, she had the last 3 attempts to prevent overtime. She missed it and just rattled down that last one. She has made 5 tonight. What is close to what I imagine being a season high 17 points. But it's Addie Schooler at the other end with free throws as she knocks down the first. 11 points for Schooler, and he'll stay there. 53-47, under 50 to go. Ball is loose. Baldwin still controls. Hand back off to Nye. Trying to go right on Bruni. Hand to Neufeld. Going around Herrera. Lost it. Nobody home. That's Chieftain basketball.
Neufeld thought her teammate was going to break for the basket.
Yep. And that was not the case. Crucial miscommunication for the Bulldogs. And that could cost them. Minute timeout. We'll take it with them. You're watching Chieftain Basketball on Tonganoxie Sports Live, presented by Kansas Insurance.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
From the start of the fourth quarter to now, 36.7 remain in overtime, Denny. The Chieftains have outscored the Bulldogs 22-5.
Holy cow.
What an effort it has been, and this is going to go down if the Chieftains can hold on. If they can hold on to this lead, put this game away. This is going to go down as one of the biggest wins in program history, I would go as far to say.
Yeah, I would agree, partner. They've never beaten Baldwin before. Yeah, that's the player you want the ball. You want it in her hand.
Exactly, and she's going to weave her way around, passes it up to an open Bruni, under 30 now in overtime. Baldwin trying to foul. Nothing happening yet. This is working in favor of the Chieftains, under 20. And now Shawnick's going to get fouled by Scobie. And they're going to call that a technical, and I don't really...
Did she push her? I couldn't tell.
So here's the thing. Multiple attempts were made to foul there by the Bulldogs. No whistles were being blown in. I don't view that as an egregious foul necessarily.
No.
It was a little harder.
Yeah.
But they weren't calling anything else.
No,
so I think...
I don't think this should have been called the technical.
And now last timeout taken by Tongi, so I think that's got to do it for timeouts. Oh, everyone still has one remaining. But that last technical, I mean, this is really looking like now, and a lot of time off the clock there too, 17.2. This is really setting up to be the Chieftains ball game here.
Oh, yeah,
you make these technical free throws, you still get the ball. You imagine Baldwin's going to foul you again. I mean, when this is said and done, the Chieftains can possibly win this game by double digits after being down multiple times by double digits.
Yeah, I mean, it's already a two-possession game, so it's really difficult for Baldwin right now. Especially if they hit one more.
This has been one heck of a ball game. And we got everybody still waiting in the wings. After the conclusion of this, we'll have the boys basketball game. As expected, start for that is now going to be closer to 8 o'clock. I don't think anybody really expected overtime. I think people said this game's going to go into overtime at the start. You'd say that wouldn't surprise me, but seeing Baldwin with the double-digit leads multiple times, I don't think a lot of people had overtime on the mind, but here we are.
Yeah, it wasn't on my bingo card.
And here we are with Alyssa Shawnick at the free throw line once more. A little strong on the first attempt. And how about the effort from Alyssa Shawnick tonight, Denny? 15 points, was scoreless in that first half.
Yes.
A big, leading scorer, 19 and a half. Had that missing the entire first half. She got started with a quick 4 in the second half and really hasn't looked back since. She's missed both her technical free throws. Again, free throw shooting continues to kind of be the weak point of her game this season so far.
Yeah.
But her 15 points in the second half, without a doubt, have been monumental. Kalia Baldock with a season-high 10 points tonight. Bruni a season-high 6 points. Herrera has come alive with 1 point in the about first 2.5, 3 quarters to 11. You got Schooler with 11.
Turnover there by the Chieftains.
So now the last thing you really want to avoid here is a quick 3 for Baldwin.
Yeah, you don't want to foul.
It's going to come right here. It's on the way, and it's good. So Scobie knocks down her third. That's her first points past halftime. And Baldwin, once again, make it a one-possession game. 53-50, 6.9 to go.
Now, if I'm the Chieftains, I'm getting it in Herrera's hands. She's your best free throw shooter. And if you hit one more, it's still a one-possession game, but if she knocks down both of them, this should be over.
Yeah. I think that is more than likely going to be what we see Coach Eckert roll out with here. You're at a point right now, you avoid the turnover, you get the ball, you're fouled, you make your free throws, you win this game.
That's all right.
This is eerily the same position we were in that boys game, like I keep talking about from last year.
Yeah.
Or Cooper Carr, this was the situation. The Chieftains had it, turned it over. Carr hit the 3, was fouled, had the 4-point play. Doesn't look like history is going to repeat itself here. Shawnick dribbling around, and with 1.7 to go, Chieftains make a free throw. They complete this ultimate comeback. And that's the 5th of the game on Scobie. So with all the fouls piling up on everybody, Logan Scobie is the first to foul out. All the Chieftains going to retreat into the backcourt. So Shawnick, it's just her and The rest of the Bulldog squad out on the floor right now for these free throws. Shonick went 0 for 2 on our last trip on the 2 technical free throws to make it a 2-score game. She does it. And that should pretty much do it.
Especially if she hits this one. That should be ball game.
Chieftains outscore the Bulldogs in the fourth quarter in overtime, 24-8. They complete the comeback, 55-50. Your final score. On the back of double figures from 4 of the 5 starters tonight, we're going to have the final stats, our County Road Brewing player of the game, final thoughts of this game, and then we will get you set for the boys' game. When we return here, we'll go into the Brothers Market postgame show. That's coming up next on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Chieftains win it.
Shop local and save at Brothers Market in Tonganoxie, where we treat you like family. Brothers Market has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy fresh cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Brothers Market, open daily. Learn more at shopbrothersmarket.com. First State Bank and Trust is with you wherever you are with complete online banking. Cheering on the Chieftains once again? Why not pay your bills online? Waiting on your kiddos to get out of school? Seems like a good time to make a transfer. Or how about making a deposit from here? Back in the gym for another night? Why not get an e-statement while you cheer on Tongi? And of course, at First State Bank and Trust, you can always bank from right here. Come on in and see us and get your very own Chieftain card. To learn more about all the great ways to bank with First State Bank and Trust, go to firststateks.com.
Charlie was born at LMH. We had a great team of nurses. Not only did they check in on us regularly, they always asked if we had questions, always made sure that we understood what was going on. I cannot say enough wonderful things about the labor and delivery, family birthing, and mother baby care team at LMH Health. We had to put our entire trust into their hands, and just everyone was so friendly and so supportive.
For projects big or small, Southern Star asks you to always call 811 before you dig. It's free, easy, and keeps our community safe. After calling 811, a professional will use paint or flags to mark buried utility lines within a few days. And calling 811 is the law. Hitting underground lines can disrupt utility service and cause serious injury. Safety is in your hands. Every dig, every time.
Welcome to the Brothers Market post-game show. You can check out their weekly ads and specials in-store or online at shopbrothersmarket.com, where they treat you like family. And we were treated to a dandy in that game, Denny. Overtime to decide it. Yep. It's the Chieftains completing the double-digit comeback, 55-50. They get the win over the Baldwin Bulldogs. Lady Chieftains now to 5-2, 3-1 in Frontier League play, and the Baldwin Bulldogs back below 500 at 3-4. And let's break down to get into some of these stats here before we get you guys set for the boys game that is going to start in just a little over 12 and a half minutes from now. We'll start for the point totals. First for the Baldwin Bulldogs, you had Logan Scobie finishing with 9 points, 2 for Shea Griffith, 4 for Chloe Neufeld, 14 for Cammie Collins, 17 leading scorer for the Bulldogs, Emmy Nye, 17 points on 6 of 13 shooting, 5 of 12 from downtown. And outside of that, you had Carson Chambers with 4 points. Baldwin finished shooting 37.2% from the field, 40% from downtown. Yeah. Still a team average of about 21% from three-point range coming into tonight. They shot well above their average tonight. Still not enough to get it done, but man, they were
congratulations, Coach.
Multiple times.
Congratulations.
And from the free throw line, you have the Bulldogs going 6 of 9, 66.7%. For your Tonganoxie Chieftains, like I mentioned, it was no points from the bench tonight for the 5 starters in double figures. Alyssa Shonick with 17, Kalia Baldock with 12, Ashlyn Bruni with 6, Jayla Herrera with 11, and Addie Schooler with 10. Just incredible stuff, and I think it is very fitting for our County Road Brewing Player of the Game tonight.
Alyssa Shonik.
You always say it. We could give it to her probably every single game.
She earned it tonight.
Definitely. 0 points in that first half. Down 11 at halftime were the Chieftains. She got some quick buckets there in the third quarter. Chieftains came into the fourth quarter down 11. It was a collective 24-8 run between the fourth quarter and overtime to complete this comeback and seal the victory for the Chieftains. And she was a big part of it. Here's her final line for our County Road Brewery Player of the Game, Alyssa Shonik. She finishes 17 points, 5 of 17 from the field, 4 of 12 from 2, 1 of 5 from 3, 6 of 11 from three-point range. She also collected 4 rebounds and 4 assists. Chieftains could not have done it without her. Chieftains could not have done it without anybody. Everybody out there had to collect it. I mentioned, season highs for Kalia Baldock, season high for Ashlyn Bruni with 10 and 6 points respectively. Jayla Herrera, 1 point about halfway through that third quarter, I feel, and it was like, man, she's been held quiet tonight. She finishes with 11 points. Addie Schooler in there as well. She had, 10, 11. Double figures nonetheless.
And she was big. She was big on the defensive end too. She was a rim protector in that second half.
No doubt about it. But Alyssa Shonik, our County Road Brewing Player of the Game. County Road Brewing congratulates Alyssa on being named Player of the Game. Rooted in the community, brewed for the journey. See what's brewing today at County Road Brewing in Tonganoxie. So we quickly go back into the Brothers Market post-game show. We talked about the points off turnovers. That was something the Chieftains really needed to try to at least close the margin on.
And they did.
From 11-3 in the first half to 18-13 in the second half and overtime. They still are on the losing side of that, but they definitely made it closer, limited to turnovers. How about 23 turnovers forced by this Chieftain defense tonight?
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Well, and I think they made the adjustment. They actually showed a zone for a little bit there in the second half. It kind of got Baldwin out of their comfort zone, and good call by the coach there, but they were just tenacious on defense all night long.
And for Baldwin, they were living and dying by that three ball.
Yes, they
50 of the total points, 36 of them came from three-point range. And you and I talked about it in the Whitebirds Property halftime show. What are the odds they could keep that clip up? They're shooting well above 50% at halftime, and it was how can they keep that up?
77% at half.
70 of their points came. As far as shooting, it was like 50. I got it right here. I can just look at it real quick. At halftime, they were shooting 57% from downtown. 77% of their total points came from three-point range, and it was the fact of how much can they keep that up in the second half. Well, in that third quarter, it looked like it was going to keep up, and it was just one of those weird anomaly games. But it finally went quiet. In the end of the third, all the way through the fourth, and all the way through overtime, and that was enough. That gave the Chieftains enough room, enough of a chance to make that comeback again, outscoring the Bulldogs 24-8 in that stretch in the fourth and overtime to complete this victory.
Well,
what a game.
One stat that jumps out at me, if you would have just looked at this one stat and said you were going to be outscored by 22 points from the three-point line, that's not a good recipe for success.
No, it is not. It's not, but
the Chieftains able to make the comeback.
Yep, and we've seen the Lady Chieftains in games like that in the past where they were really relying on the three ball because they couldn't get anything going inside, and it was eventually when that pixie dust runs out, man, the crash down is hard, and it carried the Bulldogs through 3 of the 4 quarters tonight, but not all the way through. Heck of a game by Baldwin. The Chieftains will see them again in about a little over a month from now. They'll be on the road at Baldwin on February 17th. What a game. What a finish. Congratulations to Coach Eckert and his squad. Now 5-2, 3-1 overall in Frontier League play. It is now time to get set for the boys game that is coming up here between the Chieftains and the Bulldogs. We'll be back with the S&S Body pregame show when we return here on Tongi Sports Live.
More toppings, more taste, more value. Gambino's Pizza. You're gonna love it. Taste mouth-watering flavors in our new chicken bacon ranch pizza. Bring a crowd to feast on our 11 toppings mobster pizza. Pizzas with quality meats and a 100% real cheese, like our triple tasty seasoned sausage cravers pizza. Try favorites like pastas, calzones, sandwiches, appetizers, salads, and desserts. More toppings, more taste, more value. Gambino's Pizza. You're gonna love it.
For projects big or small, Southern Star asks you to always call 811 before you dig. It's free, easy, and keeps our community safe. After calling 811, a professional will use paint or flags to mark buried utility lines within a few days. And calling 811 is the law. Hitting underground lines can disrupt utility service and cause serious injury. Safety is in your hands. Every dig, every time.
Hey, you ready to go to my mom's?
Well, I can't go today. I have to mow. It's probably going to take all day.
Well, that's too bad. Don't work too hard.
Dixie Chopper. Speed when you need it.
See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, studying animal science or learning about farm and ranch management. Maybe you belong here as part of Hounds Hoops on the hardwood. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
The same look and location of a classic drugstore with the services and supplies of a modern pharmacy. That's what you'll find at the Downtown Drug Store in Tonganoxie. Of course, Downtown Drug is the local choice for your prescriptions and health needs, but did you know they have the best selection of Tonganoxie Pride and Chieftain game day gear in town? And a whole lot more. Cards, gifts, home decor, and even the best way to satisfy that sweet tooth. The Downtown Drug Store. Call 913-369-3800 or visit them online at thedowntowndrugstore.com.
More toppings, more taste, more value.
Welcome back here live inside of Chieftain Arena, Game 1 final. And arguably going to be a contender for Game of the Year. 55-50 overtime win for the Lady Chieftains over the Baldwin Bulldogs. Dylan Funk here, Dennis Drennan will rejoin us here momentarily. It's now time to get you set for the boys matchup as we're just over 4 minutes away from tip-off in that one. Again, the S&S Body pregame show here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Get your ride back in the game at S&S Body Shop in Tonganoxie. Schedule your appointment by calling 913-369-3193. First for the Chieftains coming into tonight, they are in desperate need of a win. And looking at this upcoming schedule, where they sit now 1-5 overall, 0-3 in Frontier League play off of Friday's loss to Eudora, 80-63. They now play the Bulldogs tonight, and they're at Ottawa on Friday. You're talking about two teams that were in the state quarterfinals, state semifinals a season ago. That's the schedule, near schedule, coming up right now for the Chieftains. At least you get the Bulldogs here at home, and this group is looking to respond. They are looking to pick up a victory. Looking at the recent history with Baldwin, the Chieftains, the boys team all time, are 5-9. The earliest matchup going back to 2013. They are 4-6, however, against Baldwin since they became league opponents in 2018. Baldwin, however, has won the last 5 games in a row, including both games last year at Baldwin, 57-40. And you heard us talk about that thriller from last year here at home, 51-50. It ended up being a win for the Bulldogs thanks to a miraculous 4-point play from star, then junior, now senior, Cooper Carr. We'll talk about him plenty more as this game and as this evening goes along. But Denny, I was just talking about it as we welcome you back into the broadcast here. Things aren't getting any easier for this Chieftain squad going in. You got Baldwin tonight, Ottawa on Friday, two teams that were in the state tournament a season ago. Coming off that rout against Eudora, the battle of essentially was like the two bottom teams in the Frontier League. Now you sit number 17 in all of 4A, so if the playoffs were to start right now, you would be out of the playoffs. You're the bottom two teams. Tonganoxie and Parsons would not qualify for the postseason right now, so in desperate need of a win here tonight against this Baldwin team.
Well, and you got to defend the home court, whenever you get the chance. So hopefully they can put together a little better showing tonight. than they did against Eudora.
Yeah, looking around, it's Lachlan McRae. He's been really, like I like to say, it's the straw that's been stirring the drink for the Chieftains this season. He comes off a game on Friday, 24-4-3, 24 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists against Eudora. It was his 4th game this season of scoring 20-plus points, and he hasn't had a game where he scored less than 16.
Yeah.
Yet this season, his season high was at Spring Hill where he scored 31. We know Lachlan, I think it's getting to the point now where he's feel like he has to do it all, maybe trying to do too much at times, where that can be a bad thing. It can hurt your team a little bit. We've seen Nolan McGuire. He's been able to produce, averaging 13.7 points per game, 3 assists, 3 rebounds, 1 assist coming into tonight. But to me, it's about who else is going to step up in a big moment for this team. This is a team of underclassmen and first-year starter. We got Owen Seba, Luke Brewer, Brewer being the senior first-year starter at varsity. You got Seba, the junior first-year starting at varsity. You got some of these guys off the bench, Bodie Maslak, who we thought was going to be a bigger part of this team, Kipton Harder and others, Luke McRae even, who just worked his way into the starting 5 this past Friday. But it's about which of those guys are going to step up and try to help Lachlan McRae, help this offense, make it a little bit more three-dimensional, and overall help this team in the process of doing that.
No question. They've been too one-dimensional, relying way too much on Lachlan. Even though he's answered the bell, he's done his part, but he needs some help.
And they again host the Bulldogs tonight, 5-2 on the year, 18-5 a season ago, and they are winners of 5 straight after starting the season 0-2 coming into tonight. We are going to step aside. We will have the starting 5 for both teams and opening tip-off in this one. And if this game is half as good as the first one, we're in for another treat. We'll be back with this. With more after this, you've been watching the S&S Body pregame show.
The Tonganoxie Recreation Commission is committed to creating community through parks, people, and programs. And now, with their all-new activity center, the Tonganoxie Rec Commission can do even more. Tongi Rec understands the benefits reaped through recreation are endless. Tongi Rec has a long list of classes, activities, and programs for the young and young at heart. For program pricing and schedules, call 913-845-3502. Visit them at the all-new activity center at the Tonganoxie High West campus or go to tongirec.org.
Tonganoxie is the ideal location to start a business. That's why the Tonganoxie Business Association has strived towards a common goal of adding value to businesses and the community since 2015. They assist in providing improved services for customers and visitors, encouraging and enhancing businesses, and preserving historical and cultural assets. Follow them on Instagram for the latest and upcoming event information and become a member today by visiting their website, tonganoxiebusinessassociation.com. Proud supporters of Chieftain Athletics.
Family-owned and operated Wizard of Paws is a 5th-generation business located in the heart of downtown Tonganoxie. The professionally trained staff takes pride in making every dog and cat look its best, whether it be to breed-specific trim or an adorable, cute pet trim. Plus, their facility offers amenities in space that are doggone amazing. Call Wizard of Paws to make your appointment at 913-416-0255 or visit them at 406 East 4th Street in Tonganoxie. Learn more at wizardofpawstongi.com.
For Baldwin, number 12, the 6'3" senior Cooper Carr. For Baldwin, number 14, the 6' senior Ethan Smazel. Number 22, the 6'5" senior Leo Schoenberg. Number 33 is 6'6" senior Colton Collum. And number 34, 5'11" junior Creighton Frost. Head coach for Baldwin is Donald Blanchett. And now for your Tonganoxie team. Number 0, a 6'6" senior, Luke Brewer. Number 2, 5'10", sophomore, Luke McRae. Number 15, a 6'2" senior, Nolan McGuire. Number 23, 5'10" senior, Lachlan McRae. Owen Seba. Head coach for the Chieftains, Casey Simmons. Official for this evening's game.
So there you go, your starting five for both the Chieftains and the Bulldogs. You've been watching the SNS Body pregame show. Same five usual for the Chieftains. Going back to this Friday, you got Brewer, Luke McRae, Lachlan McRae, Nolan McGuire, and Owen Seba. And for the Bulldogs, you've got Carr, Smazel, Schoenberger, Collum, and Frost. This Baldwin Bulldog team looking to go on the quest to their 4th straight state tournament appearance. Led by Coach Blanchett in his 6th season at the helm for the Bulldogs. Amassed a record of 71-48. 37 wins from being the winningest coach all time in Baldwin boys basketball program history. Coach Simmons on the other side for the Chieftains. 2nd year, 6-21 overall, 2-15 in Frontier League play as the opening tip goes out of bounds, and it will be the Bulldogs that open up with possession. Chieftains will open up with possession, excuse me. Chieftains in the home white spread trim, Baldwin in the road black uniforms with purple and white trim. It's really hard to go wrong when you got purple, black, and white, even some gray and silver at your disposal. Uniforms for the Bulldogs looking very slick as we quickly open up with a foul. As the shot no good from McGuire. And that foul will be on Creighton Frost for his first. Frost made his first start this past Saturday against Coffeyville. Back out there tonight. Brewer underneath trying to go to work for the Chieftains, just short. Couldn't make that shot over Leo Schoenberger, who brings it up the floor for Baldwin, as the Bulldogs will go on the attack for the first time in this ballgame. Pass inside, whistles, and that'll be all over Luke McRae. Little size disadvantage against Collum underneath. And Luke McRae will pick up his first. Baldwin Bulldogs, mentioned starting the season 0-2. They were without Cooper Carr, was injured for a little bit of time there in that stretch. They get the ball to him in right here wearing number 12. And he's been healthy and he's been playing well, and so have the Bulldogs. Winners of 5 straight coming into tonight. And they start with a 3 in the near corner for Ethan Smazel. Now the Chieftains will look to go back on the attack. The defense giving up 80 points in a loss on Friday against Eudora. And Nolan McGuire able to answer with a 3 of his own.
Big shot there by Nolan.
And really for Friday, that was the big thing, as Creighton Frost will take that shot. McRae will rebound for the Chieftains. Is that the Cardinals on 2 separate times today, there was one point they went on an 11-0 run, as a travel will be called on Lachlan McRae here. But the Cardinals, they went on an 11-0 run, and then I believe in the second half, they went on a 14-0 run.
Right.
And that really just kind of, when the Chieftains were getting close and then the Cardinals went on those runs, they kind of just took the wind out of the Chieftains' sails of any hopes of trying to come back and make it that game really any competition.
Yeah, you could tell by the body language even.
No doubt. So looking to avoid that here tonight. You're going to have to avoid it tonight against this Baldwin team, as I think Collum is going to pick up the foul on the illegal screen. Coach Blanchett getting the explanation over on the Baldwin bench. He's not liking it. So about a minute and a half into this one, still tied at 3. Chieftains had the Bulldogs on the ropes here inside Chieftain Arena a season ago, a 1-point loss. As another turnover as Owen Seba steps on the baseline. Mentioned Bulldogs winning the last 5 games against the Tonganoxie Chieftains, lead the all-time series 9-5. Cooper Carr, one of our players in the Brothers Market Player Spotlight, where they treat you like family. Always got to know where number 12 is out there on the floor at all times. He's a game changer, and he can take a game over at any given notice.
Chieftains are in a man-to-man defense.
5 on the shot clock, backing down with the left hand. Pop-up is good. All 5 points for the Bulldogs belonging to Ethan Smazel. Now McRae trying to get on the board, and he can't do it on the left-hand side. Carr driving through contact, and he'll have a chance to get him at the line. And the first foul of the game on Luke Brewer.
Carr at the line.
Bulldogs losing 4 seniors from last year. They do return 4 of the 5 regular starters, however, Cooper Carr being one of them. At the line this season, 89% shooter. The first one is up, and it is good. First team All-State, first team All-League a season ago, averaging 16 a game, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. He's collected 20 steals this season, too. Multiple times he has set the new single-season record for most steals in a season at Baldwin High School. He's done it twice, breaking his own record.
That's impressive.
It's saying something, isn't it? He gives the Bulldogs a 3-7 lead. Not before another 3 is rattled in for Nolan McGuire. And unlike what we saw on Friday when the Chieftains need a bucket, need an answer, they've been able to get it so far tonight. Now looking for a stop. Little bit of a scramble drill. Baldwin looking for the open shot. Chieftains now reset back on defense. Here's a 3 by Collum. No good. Lachlan McRae, the Dark Knight, comes away with it. McGuire for the trifecta. Won't go. And Brewer called for the over and back. So Brewer now with 2, 4:43 still to go in the first, and that is going to bring in Bodie Maslak to the game as the Chieftains are going to go small here as Brewer will come out. And that's one of those things, down low, you're going to have Schoenberger, Collum, Creighton Frost down there. You need that big body presence of your 6'3 center, Luke Brewer. You're going to have to try to find a way to keep him out of foul trouble as this game goes along. He's going to be missed over these next few minutes. As you can already see, that height and reach advantage underneath a little disproportionate in favor of Baldwin. As Schoenberger goes to post up on Bodie Maslak. A drive and a kick. The southpaw Smozzle for 3. He knocked one down earlier. Doesn't go, but the rebound for Collum, and he's fouled on the putback. And that'll be the first on Bodie Maslak. Was it a shooting foul? It was not a shooting foul. I thought we would have 2 free throws on the way, but we do not. Kipton Harder will check in now.
Well, the Chieftains are really going small.
Yeah, so Seba and Brewer both right around 6'3", and you lose both of them as your first pair of substitutions of the game for the likes of Maslak and Harder, both of which are under 6 foot. Very, very small lineup out there right now. Nolan McGuire is going to probably go down to be the forward or center of this 5 out there on the floor. Here's a turnover by the Bulldogs as Schoenberger is looking around for a foul. He's not going to get it, still begging with the official. Got to be careful in a game like this. Officials don't really like to be jawed at very much before technicals will start getting handed out. Lachlan for 3. Won't go. And a rebound soaring in. The kick is Collum. Would have gotten everybody here in the arena on their feet if Lachlan could have buried that last 3. Here's a drive put up by Collum and another foul. It's an offensive foul on Collum for his second. And the Baldwin faithful cannot believe it. We didn't quite get enough of it on our replay. So Collum now has to exit early with 2 personals. There's still about 3.5 to go in this first quarter. It's a 1-point ball game. Chieftains have been up to the test thus far. Lachlan with the head fake. Him and Cooper Carr. That's going to be the matchup to watch all night long. Trying to find Seba, who's back into the game for the Chieftains, but it's deflected. 3rd turnover for Tongi. And now back the other way. Too hard off the glass. Gets the board underneath and count the bucket off the miss from Schoenberger. There, I believe, was Wheeler fresh into the game for the Bulldogs. And he'll have a chance to earn 3 the old-fashioned way. First foul of the game on McGuire. Trip Jackson Wheeler, the 6-foot sophomore, and he buries it. And the three-point play is good. Up to a 4-point lead, 10-6, 3 exactly to go in this first quarter. It was still Chieftain basketball. Coach Simmons mentioned in his second year at the helm here at Tonganoxie High School, his 7th year overall coaching, had a few years stint just up the highway, and well, up the highway quite a bit, up in Lansing High School. He was the girls' head basketball coach. He's going out of bounds. That'll be a travel against Carr, so still Chieftain basketball. And Denny, he was...
Yeah, when you slide like that, they're going to call it.
Yeah, no doubt about
it.
But for Simmons, a girls' head coach up there at Lansing, he led the Lansing Lions to their only 2 Final Four appearances in program in school history. They still haven't made it back since.
5 seconds.
As the Chieftains turn it right back over. So that's number 4 to the 3 of Baldwin. It's for Coach Simmons. I think he's got the experience. He's got the knowledge, I think. But so far, just hasn't been able to find that footing yet here at Tonganoxie High School. And a big win here tonight, that could propel him to who knows what. We'll just have to wait and see. But right now, some good hustle here, but Carr able to collect. He'll pass it out to the far side. Creighton Frost is a little short on that 3.
Oh, that was a dangerous pass there. Tonganoxie fortunate to come away with it.
Creighton Frost nearly deflected it. If he could have collected it, probably would have been an easy 2.
Nice. Oh,
just short. Would have been good for Bodie Maslak, but just a little short.
Yeah, it was a little too far into the basket, it looked like.
2 remaining in the first. Handles inside, lay it in. Cooper Carr, his second bucket tonight.
That little spin move of his is pretty hard to defend.
Multiple time first team, all league, all state player. And Cooper Carr, the young phenom. Gonna play at the next level in Northwest Missouri. Only the second player in Frontier League history alongside Trey Mawala of Paola. I don't know if you remember Trey Mawala back in the early 2000s. A terrific athlete in that Paola. You always knew Cooper Carr, he was going to be playing college ball somewhere. It was just a matter of where. And Northwest Missouri, not a bad place to be.
Nope.
They are getting a gem for sure. Lachlan all the way around, and he lays it in.
Nicely done by Lachlan there. Finishing strong at the rim.
Now a drive again, and high off the glass, it's good. Leo Schoenberger gets his first points tonight. Both teams trading buckets off here as we close in on the final 60 seconds of the opening quarter. Seba trying to put the handles on Schoenberger. Just can't finish. Deflected by Schoenberger. As Seba tried to go to that left hand.
Yep.
Now here's Carr at the right elbow. Offline. And a rebound underneath. Putback is no good, but a foul. As Wheeler was the man underneath the bucket. And McRae trying to plead his case as his left hand was basically tied up there by Wheeler. And that's an unfortunate way to pick up your first foul of the ball game for Lachlan. So back to the line for the second time is Wheeler. That one rattles out. So 1 for 2 now tonight. Creighton Frost will check back in, and Rude will check out for the Bulldogs. Second one is good. Largest lead of the first quarter now at 7 for Baldwin. McGuire is surrounded, had it knocked away. Smazel was the one that knocked it out of his hands. And a foul here against the Chieftains. It'll be the second on Nolan McGuire. And with the Bulldogs being in the bonus for some time now, that'll be 2 more free throws as they can look to continue to build this lead. It's already some early foul trouble. So you had Brewer that came out with 2 fouls. Now you got Nolan McGuire with 2 fouls. Two of the 5 starters in foul trouble early here for Coach Simmons.
And 2 of your tallest players.
First one up and good for Carr. Two for 2. Perfect 4 for 4 start for Cooper Carr. Could have just closed the book on a 6-point first quarter. Knocked loose. Smazel again is in there defensively for the Bulldogs, knocking it loose and out of the hands of Luke McRae. And that's another foul against the Chieftains.
It's foul on Luke, I think.
That's the second on Luke.
That was a frustration foul. He got the ball taken away from him.
As we know, younger brother of Lachlan McRae definitely has that fierce competitive spirit
no question
inside of him, and that time just coming out and not the right way as Smazel knocks down his first free throw. 4 straight makes at the line now for the Bulldogs. And just like that, with the fouls racking up, and thanks to the bonus, Baldwin has now built their lead up to 10, make it 11.
Shot clock is off, so I would think the Chieftains will hold this for the last shot.
A 9-2 Baldwin run, under 5 to go in the first quarter. It's taken away. Cooper Carr could have the final say. 3 is out. But that 9-2 Baldwin run to close out the first quarter sees them with an 11-point Baldwin leads at the end of quarters tonight. I don't know what it is. 19-8, Chieftains with some work to do in the second quarter when we return.
Hi, do you offer insurance bundling?
Enter authentication code to start transaction.
Where would I get the code?
Please enter code.
Okay. Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
Wrong.
Let's talk about bundling and see if there are other ways for you to save with a super check.
That sounds great.
Here, take a look.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Tex Vandervoort in Tonganoxie today.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here as part of Fort Scott Community College's John Deere Tech program. Maybe you belong here as part of the perennial playoff-bound Greyhound baseball team. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
Welcome back live inside of Chieftain Arena. 19-8 your score after one quarter here in the boys game. Chieftain girls team got the win in overtime, 55-50. One of the most thrilling games we have covered here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. That ball ricocheted off the fingertips of Schoenberger, and that is the 4th turnover of the night for the Bulldogs. Back in possession of Tongi. Dylan Funk, Dennis Drennan here, of course, welcoming our fans of Tongi Sports Live and over at the Baldwin Sports Live channel as well. Chieftains will make the trip to Baldwin coming up on February 17th, so the first of 2 matchups this season between the Chieftains and the Bulldogs. Somehow threading the needle, but just couldn't get it to McRae. And now another foul, and that's going to be the 3rd on Nolan McGuire, and that's essentially going to be all for him in this first half, I believe. It's, what, the 2nd or 3rd foul that's been a Chieftain going for a loose ball and just kind of trampling a Baldwin Bulldog along the way?
Yeah, they're frustration fouls. They made a turnover and then tried to get it back.
6 turnovers so far for Tongi. Bulldogs passing it around. High pass for Smazel, and he can't bring it in. That was a little bit high. Ethan Smazel only registered as 6 foot even. And I'm 6'3", and I probably would have had a hard time bringing that pass in, too.
Yeah, no question.
So despite the hiccups on turnovers and empty possessions for Baldwin, the Chieftains just have not been able to capitalize, and that's another good example of it right there. Just a pass that's got a little bit too much mustard on it. We kept it harder as Lachlan McRae is trying to talk to the rallying four on the floor with him as to say, come on, guys, we got a chance here. You know, never say never. We saw the Lady Chieftains down 11 multiple times in the first game. They came from behind to win, so there's still plenty of ball game left, but you got to start showing some signs of life here pretty soon. And another foul's going to come in. And that's the third on Luke McRae. So Luke McRae and Nolan McGuire each with 3 fouls. They both are going to be out of this game for a good portion, if not all, the second quarter.
Yeah, no question about it.
Jack Reichman is going to be the man to come in. The 5'10" sophomore guard doesn't have a whole lot of playing time registered this season. He's averaging 0.7 points, 1 rebound, and a half assist per game. This is looking like a vast majority of underclassmen out there right now for the Chieftains, with the exception of Seba and really Lachlan McRae. Lachlan being the only senior out there. Everyone else being juniors and sophomores. Here's Bodie. Driving a kick out, harder in the near corner, able to knock it down over Leo Schoenberger.
Badly needed bucket there. I'm telling you, Cooper Carr is a lot of fun to watch. He's really smooth.
He is. He's a lot of fun, and one of the big treasures you will find in not just 4A, but all of basketball across Kansas High School. Wheeler with another bucket underneath. Another bucket coming possibly in transition here. Off the miss, Schoenberger lost it. Went off a Chieftain. He collided with Lachlan McRae. Will stay at this end with the Bulldogs. Yeah, to your point, Denny, I don't think it's a coincidence that Baldwin has been to the last 3 straight state tournaments.
Yeah.
And this is the 4th year as they look to make it 4 straight with Cooper Carr.
He's got some help out there, too.
He had his, I believe at the time, he had his older brother out there, too. There was another Carr that was out on the court, I believe. Don't hold me to that. I'll have to double check with their voice of the Baldwin Bulldogs, Ryan Hilmer, on that. But yeah, there was a point where I think there were 2 Carrs out there, and they both were terrific. And Cooper has been, like you mentioned, he's been a lot of fun to watch in all of these years. Baldwin, one of 2 teams from the Frontier League represented at the state tournament last year. You had the Ottawa Cyclones as well. Both of them falling to the eventual champions, McPherson Bullpups, and both teams losing on buzzer beaters by Gabe Pyle. He had a buzzer beater in regulation against the Bulldogs, and he had the same against the Cyclones, which is unreal, that state tournament last year. Harder just can't get it to fall.
It did everything but go in.
Carr shovels it over. Wadle on the drive. He kicks it out. 3 on the way is good for Collum. His first points tonight. Fast and furious. We continue to go in this one. Lachlan still guarded by Carr. Picked up his dribble. Finds Harder. Chieftains trying to work something inside, not going yet. Having to rely on the 3, and that one is banked in by Lachlan, the 4th 3-point bucket for Tongi. And that one, courtesy of the glass, brings it back to a 10-point game.
Bank is open.
It matters where you bank, right?
Yeah.
Carr right through the back, and that's the 3rd on Luke Brewer. And what an unfortunate situation here for the Chieftains, as you have 3 of your 5 starters with 3 fouls. And that's going to have Simmons take one of his 5 timeouts. As the Chieftains are going to have some work to do here. The 30-second timeout. We'll go ahead and keep it here for the time being.
And that foul trouble affecting the tallest players on the floor for the Chieftains.
That's what really hurts, no doubt about it.
Because they're struggling with the size of Baldwin already.
Chieftain Athletics tonight presented in part by the Tonganoxie Public Library. Why pay for downloadable audio books when you can stream them for free with a Tonganoxie Library card? Download the Libby app or visit the library's website to learn more. Also by Wizard of Paws, Tonganoxie's family-owned pet grooming salon with a combined 48 years of experience. Schedule your pet's appointment today at wizardofpawstongi.com. And that was always the thing last year. You and I talked about it a lot, is that the Chieftains, I think Clark was the tallest player on the team last year at 6 foot even, 6'1" maybe.
Yep.
And that was always a disadvantage. It felt like, especially in this Frontier League, you got just some of these guys out here that are just giants roaming around, and it always worked not in favor of the Chieftains. And we've had Brewer, you got Seba out there. Both are still out on the floor right now. Seba has no fouls, but we mentioned Brewer with 3, Luke McRae with 3, Nolan McGuire with 3, so that's going to be something to keep an eye on as that height continues to get in foul trouble, how much that can work against the Chieftains, as once again the Baldwin Bulldogs are in the bonus. 15th foul on the Chieftains.
And no team fouls for the Bulldogs.
First free throw up and knocked down by Wadle. Devin Wadle, a senior, shooting 33% from the line. Just 1 for 3. Small sample size coming into tonight, but he misses on the back end. Another empty possession for Tongi. Fast and furious up the floor come the Bulldogs. Carr back to Schoenberger. Left-hand drive is good.
Chieftains do not have an answer for him.
For Schoenberger or just the Bulldogs in general?
Yes.
That's a little bit.
Yeah, but Carr was so smooth on that drive.
This has not been the start to this game that the Chieftains were hoping for. You get that paired with the foul trouble, too. It just makes things really, really hard. Start to run out of some options if you're Coach Simmons as far as who to put out there in certain situations.
It makes it really difficult to come back.
Collum somehow got that into Carr. Double team underneath. No problem from Cooper Carr, now with 8.
Carr just went through the double team like I wasn't there.
I think he had McRae and Reichman both underneath. They just kind of looked at each other when it was done. It was just like, well, what are you going to do? And now Carr takes it away. Turnover number 9 for the Chieftains. Cooper Carr back the other way. It's back-to-back point for him. Back-to-back buckets, I should say. And the Bulldogs officially have opened this one up. On the back of 8 points for Cooper Carr. Another timeout taken by the Chieftains. We'll take it with them. We'll be back with that.
First State Bank and Trust is with you wherever you are with complete online banking. Cheering on the Chieftains once again? Why not pay your bills online? Waiting on your kiddos to get out of school? Seems like a good time to make a transfer. Or how about making a deposit from here? Back in the gym for another night? Why not get an e-statement while you cheer on Tongi? And of course, at First State Bank and Trust, you can always bank from right here. Come on in and see us and get your very own Chieftain card. To learn more about all the great ways to bank with First State Bank and Trust, go to firststateks.com.
Baldwin on a 10-3 run so far in the second quarter. 2.5 to go until halftime. 31-14 advantage for the Bulldogs, looking to win their 6th straight game. Harder, Maslak, Reichman, Seba, and McRae. Those are your 5 out there right now for the Chieftains. Multiple players in some foul trouble. And another takeaway for Baldwin. And it's going to be, technically, it still goes as a 2-hand flush for Schellenberger. How about that for the athletic big fella.
Yeah, he fell awkwardly, though.
6'5" senior. Glad to see everyone's okay. Mazlik with a bucket on the other end. It's always one of those scary things when you see players go up for dunks and multiple defenders around them. Sometimes you just kind of get a body, you come down a little awkwardly. Thankfully, it didn't happen there for Schellenberger. Here he is on a baseline drive and able to finish once again. And the Bulldogs, I mean, they are really making it look easy right now, Denny.
Yeah, no question about it.
Knocking on the door of a 20-point lead. It's at 19 right now. McRae trying to cut into it. It won't go, and a rebound taken by Schellenberger.
Bulldogs on the boards.
Carr, 3. Yes!
Is that 11 for him?
Looking like a team that could go to the tournament for the 4th straight year in a row, if you ask me.
Oh, yeah.
Baldwin up 22. Minute 9 still to go before halftime.
Families and business owners have trusted Mutual Savings Association for over 100 years. They offer checking accounts, online banking, personal and business loans, investment planning, insurance and retirement plans, and so much more. Their team specializes in creating a financial plan that is tailor-made to your needs to help you achieve your financial goals. Visit one of their 6 nearby locations, including downtown Tonganoxie, or visit their website msa.bank to learn more. Member FDIC.
Bet we have.
Just something to say, Denny?
No.
Thought you were going to hop in there. Didn't want to cut you off. 38-16. Baldwin with the lead, and they're on a run right now.
Timeout by the Chieftains there. Let's see if they have an answer for something here.
A 17-5 outscoring run here in the second quarter for Baldwin. Another empty possession. Momentary numbers here for the Bulldogs, and it's in the middle with Wheeler, and he lays it in. Wheeler off the bench has given 8 points tonight to the Bulldogs, as they have cracked 40 with about 40 to go in the first half.
That's the first foul this quarter for the Bulldogs.
And it's against Smazel for his first.
Well, and the Bulldogs are limiting the Chieftains to one shot. I mean, they're owning the defensive boards.
McRae through multiple defenders, able to get the courtesy bounce off the rim and in.
Nicely done by the Dark Knight.
7 points for Lachlan.
Shot clock off.
Carr with 11 in this first half. In his hands, passing off to Schellenberger. On the drive in, 5 seconds kick out, 3, Smazel in and out, tipped around, Schellenberger trying to go back up with it, and it's just off. Would have been good if it would have went in. And your halftime score, Baldwin 40, Tonganoxie 18. Chieftains got some work to do here at halftime. Going to need another big rally in the second half, just like we saw the girls team did. The game's not over.
Oh, no.
But definitely some work to do. We'll break down this first half and more coming up in the White Birch Property halftime show coming up next.
For a winning team, contact White Birch Properties, the real estate MVPs.
Tonganoxie is the ideal location to start a business. That's why the Tonganoxie Business Association has strived towards a common goal of adding value to businesses and the community since 2015. They assist in providing improved services for customers and visitors, encouraging and enhancing businesses, and preserving historical and cultural assets. Follow them on Instagram for the latest and upcoming event information and become a member today by visiting their website, TonganoxieBusinessAssociation.com. Proud supporters of Chieftain Athletics.
The Tonganoxie Recreation Commission is committed to creating community through parks, people, and programs. And now, with their all-new activity center, the Tonganoxie Rec Commission can do even more. Tongi Rec understands the benefits reaped through recreation are endless. Tongi Rec has a long list of classes, activities, and programs for the young and young at heart. For program pricing and schedules, call 913-845-3502. Visit them at the all-new activity center at the Tonganoxie High West campus or go to tongirec.org.
Family-owned and operated Wizard of Paws is a fifth-generation business located in the heart of downtown Tonganoxie. The professionally trained staff takes pride in making every dog and cat look its best, whether it be a breed-specific trim or an adorable cute pet trim. Plus, their facility offers amenities and space that are doggone amazing. Call Wizard of Paws to make your appointment at 913-416-0255 or visit them at 406 East 4th Street in Tonganoxie. Learn more at wizardofpawstongi.com.
Your one stop for beauty and relaxation. That's the Beauty Bar Salon and Spa in downtown Tonganoxie, offering services for men's and women's haircuts, facial waxing, tanning, makeup, bridal services, and more. Their team is dedicated to providing a memorable experience for each guest. From vibrant styles and colors to soothing massages, they have everything you need to look and feel amazing. To make an appointment, call 913-347-2957 or visit them at 414 East 4th Street in Tonganoxie.
Are you ready for a mouth-watering journey down memory lane? Introducing Flashbacks. Start your day off right with our fluffy pancakes, omelets, or a cinnamon roll. For lunch, sink your teeth into our juicy made-to-order burgers, Philly cheese, and more. Flashbacks' friendly staff and welcoming atmosphere make every visit a delight, and their menu is filled with comfort food that will give you those warm, delicious flashbacks. Visit them today in downtown Tonganoxie, open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to 12:30 p.m.
Halftime score here, game 2 of our doubleheader between the Chieftains and the Bulldogs. It sees Baldwin with a 40-18 lead over Tonganoxie. Let's break down that first half here in the White Birch Property Realty Executives halftime show. They're ready to help you buy or sell the next house and lead you to success in the real estate game. Visit them at 1203 State Avenue, Suite B in Tonganoxie, or call 913-417-1007. Dylan Funk, Dennis Drennan here. Let's get to the point totals first. For the Chieftains, you got Nolan McGuire with 6, Lachlan McRae with 7, Tipton Harder with 3, and Bodie Maslak with 2. And for the Bulldogs, you got Wadle with 1 on a made free throw. Cooper Carr leading all scorers with 13 points, 7 for Ethan Smazel, 8 for Leo Schoenberger, and you got 8, number 32, Jackson Wheeler, and 3 for Colton Collum. Chieftains shooting the ball from the field 36.8%, 57.1% from downtown, 4 of 7 from three-point range, and did not attempt a free throw in that first half. For the Bulldogs, an efficient 53.8% shooting from the field, 30% from downtown, and 81.8% from the free throw line, 9 of 11. Denny, any of those other stats that jump out on you?
Yeah, these stats are about as lopsided as the game as you would expect, partner. And that last stat that you gave, 53.8% shooting. That means that the Bulldogs are shooting high percentage shots. That's borne out by the statistic of points in the paint favoring Baldwin, 16. Tonganoxie does not have a single point in the paint in the first half. And second chance points. You also points off of turnovers. This is the huge one. 15 for Baldwin, 0 for Tonganoxie. So, those two stats alone shows you this is a pretty lopsided game.
Yeah. And
total rebounds, they've doubled up Tongi 16-8. So, those speak pretty loudly to a lopsided first half.
Yeah, on those rebounds, 5 offensive rebounds to just 1 offensive rebound in favor of Baldwin, too. This is this is a game that you would expect when you got a team in Tongi, currently just one win on the season, 1-5 overall, 0-3 in Frontier League play, playing against a team like Baldwin, who, I give all the credit in the world to their head coach, Coach Blanchett, Donald Blanchett, 6-year head coach. He's built this program to be basically a 4A juggernaut and a powerhouse, and it shows when you got players like Schoenberger and Cooper Carr and Smazel, and those are the big three. Collum, Frost, all these other guys in there too. This is what you would expect out of a matchup like that. I think the Bulldogs also maybe a little bit. I don't know if it's got that big of a factor or not, but remember last year we talked about that game where the Chieftains nearly beat them, and it was about mid to late February. It was right around before the start of the state tournament, where the Chieftains almost pulled off the victory here. It was a miraculous 4-point play for Cooper Carr that sealed the win, 51-50 for Baldwin. Maybe coming in with a little bit of, hey, remember that game last year? Let's not do that again this year. Let's go in there, sense of urgency. Let's not mess around, and that's what we're seeing. They had 51 in that game. They already have 40 at halftime here of this one tonight.
Yeah, it looks like just a business trip for these Bulldogs tonight.
Again, for a road for the Chieftains, you're looking ahead still this week at Ottawa, and the Cyclones off the state semifinals from last year and looking to get back there for yet another year under Ada McCullough and the rest of that group. It doesn't get much easier for them. So right now, try to make the best adjustments you can at halftime. One of the things to keep an eye on is you got all those players in foul trouble. Luke Brewer and Luke McRae, Nolan McGuire, each with 3 fouls. I mean, I think it's right now where if you're Coach Simmons, I think even if they pick up a 4th foul, I think you almost got to just leave them out there.
Yeah, I agree, partner. Here's why, because the Bulldogs really went on this run when Luke Brewer got into foul trouble. I mean, there's no one inside to defend, and they gave up 16 points in the paint. So
yeah, I mean, for Luke, he's just had 1 shot attempt. He didn't make it. No rebounds, none of that. 3 personal fouls. I mean, he's basically been a non-factor here so far tonight. And you mentioned it for Baldwin. They're doing their part of driving in and attacking in the paint because there's no size for the Chieftains there to really resist that. So hopefully they can see Luke Brewer come back, stick around in the second half. See if the Chieftains can turn the tide. Remember, the Lady Chieftains were down double digits coming out of halftime. They came back to win in overtime by 5. What do the boys have in squad? We'll find out when we return. You've been watching the White Birch Property Realty Executives halftime show. Second half is coming up next.
More toppings, more taste, more value. Gambino's Pizza. You're gonna love it. Taste mouth-watering flavors in our new chicken bacon ranch pizza. Bring a crowd to feast on our 11 toppings mobster pizza. Pizzas with quality meats and a 100% real cheese, like our triple tasty seasoned sausage cravers pizza. Try favorites like pastas, calzones, sandwiches, appetizers, salads, and desserts. More toppings, more taste, more value. Gambino's Pizza. You're gonna love it.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, preparing for a career in healthcare as part of Fort Scott Community College's nursing program. Or maybe you belong on stage as part of the Hounds band or theater department. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
Start of the second half tonight, presented by Grounded Coffee House. Start your day with a cup of coffee from Grounded Coffee House, serving great coffee with an even greater cause. Follow them on Facebook and check out their website, Grounded Coffee House, Tonganoxie.org, to learn how you can help make a difference and to support. Also presented in part by Kansas City, Kansas Community College, whether you want to take classes in high school or after graduation. KCC is in your backyard. Check out how college can help you today at kckcc.edu. On to the third quarter. We go here in this one. Baldwin boys looking to hold on to this 22-point lead. Split the doubleheader tonight. Lady Chieftains got the win in overtime, 55-50. First ever win in program history in 14 prior games against the Baldwin Bulldogs. It took number 15 for the Lady Chieftains to finally get their first win.
And it was hard fought.
So in the span of the last month, you picked up your first program wins against the Spring Hill Broncos and the Baldwin Bulldogs. Not too bad for Coach Eckert's squad. You got that loss against Eudora, 11-point loss this past Friday, sandwiched in between, but now you got the Chieftains coming in with a win, and they're going to be on the road, of course, this Friday at Ottawa, and that is going to be
tough shot there by Kipton.
An excellent game. As Harder does get the scoring started here. He's now got 5 on the night.
Oh, that's double dribble there.
It is. Over on top of it. Previewing that matchup a little bit. You got the Cyclones and the Chieftains coming in this Friday. The girls basketball team, they met at the championship game of the Garden City Roundball Classic right before holiday break in about mid-December. That was one where the Cyclones won by 5, and that was a game where it was back and forth all the way through. Chieftains were in it every single step along the way, and now they look for revenge to get the win coming up on Friday. Seba hits the deck hard, slams his hand down, very frustrated, didn't get the foul call there. Meanwhile, numbers here for the Bulldogs. It's a pull-up for McCollum that doesn't go, and a long rebound going to be tracked down by Leo Schoenberger.
Another offensive rebound.
Carr, 3, yes.
You can't leave him that wide open. Almost another steal there by Carr.
So a 3-point basket for Cooper Carr, his second from downtown. He's now got 16 points. And that's how the scoring gets started in the second half for Baldwin. Creighton Frost having to tie the shoe up, stop momentarily. Now we're ready to resume. Chieftains cannot afford to have many more empty possessions. Luke Brewer could be a big part of that. Trying to go to work underneath. Can't get it to go off the glass. Over the defense of Collum underneath. Now Schoenberger, left-hand drive, easy 2. He's got 10, and anytime he's elected to really drive in and attack with his left, the Chieftains have not had an answer for it, and they still don't. Here into the second half, 10 points for Leo Schoenberger, and another timeout taken here by Tonganoxie, a full timeout as we step aside.
Your home for live, local sports. Varsity Sports Live delivers professional-level coverage with high-quality video and broadcasters that know your schools and community.
Touchdown, Tonganoxie!
With the support of local businesses, you never pay to watch varsity sports. Live, local, free high school sports coverage. That's Varsity Sports Live.
Grass gets it away. Moore's down the middle. And he makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans!
Keep up with the action at varsitysportslive.com. Live, local, free high school sports.
Again, here's a look at the upcoming schedule here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. We'll see you guys again this Friday on the road at Ottawa for the varsity doubleheader. Quick turnaround to next Monday, January 12th, here at home against Pleasant Ridge. Chieftains on the road that Tuesday the 13th at Paola. You can watch that game on the Paola Sports Live YouTube channel. And then we are back at it that following Friday the 16th here at home for the second matchup this season against the Spring Hill Broncos. As that last timeout taken by Tonga, that leaves them with 1 timeout remaining. Baldwin still with all 5. Bulldogs could be closing in sooner rather than later on our running clock. Inside Brewer, still trying to look around, and he is fouled. And the foul will be against Schoenberger for his second.
Schoenberger, his second.
And I'm surprised with that one to get it into Brewer. I'm surprised he's not being aggressive and going right to the rim and attacking, just like this. There you go. First points tonight for Luke Brewer.
First points in the paint for the Chieftains.
For the Chieftains in general, you're right. Collum passing out of a travel call without a doubt. Schoenberger again with the left hand. He's got 12, and I think 8 of them have been on that left-handed drive inside.
Yeah, they just don't have an answer for him.
Baldwin Bulldogs playing like one of the hottest teams in the state. Winners of 5 straight on their way to 6. Cooper Carr able to finish through contact. A little frustrated he doesn't get the and one opportunity.
Yeah, it looked like he should have had an and one.
No doubt.
Not called.
18 points now for Cooper Carr. And for Coach Donald Blanchett, now the question might be, how much longer do you want to leave Cooper Carr and company out there on the floor in this one? Another offensive board track down. Creighton Frost getting wrapped up by Kipton Harder. And Harder is going to get the foul. And you can hear the echoes of the makeshift student section for the Bulldogs have formed here on the road. It's not too often you see the student section on the road.
Yeah.
On a Tuesday night especially in the Frontier League. But the Bulldogs give their fans a great reason to travel wherever they go, no doubt. And no doubt looking at the near schedule, this Friday back at home against Eudora, and then a week from now on the 13th, you got the home game, Baldwin versus Ottawa. That could be a thriller.
Yeah, it really could.
The first of 2 meetings between the Cyclones and the Bulldogs this season.
Another offensive board.
Make it 3.
Another one.
Wheeler underneath, trying to clear some space. Count the bucket for Jackson Wheeler.
More points in the paint.
Unbelievable. And the 4th foul of the game on McGuire. For Coach Simmons, you really, just leave him out there. There's really no sense in bringing him out right now. And Wheeler knocks down his second and 1 free throw of the night. Out of bounds. Baldwin basketball. It's a 30-point lead for Baldwin. If they keep it a 30-point lead going into the 4th quarter, I believe that is where the running clock will come into play. I don't know exactly what it is to have it start going in the 3rd quarter, but we're already right around the halfway mark. Starting to see the Bulldogs get a little deeper into that bench. You got Rice out there for the first time tonight, number 11. Carr and company still playing, and this play will be blown dead. Another foul. That'll be the 4th of the game on Luke McCrae. Just now Leo Schellenberger will be checked out of the game. So really the only starters out there right now, the only starter, it's Cooper Carr. Everybody else is bench players.
Look at that drive. Oh. He'll go to the line.
Do you think Northwest Missouri State got a Jim?
Yeah, no
in
question.
That guy?
Jim being a G-E-M.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, not a J-I-M, a G-E-M. That's exactly. I didn't even think of it that way. You're saying it's not about the X's and O's, it's the Jimmies and Joes.
There you go.
A little miscommunication on the inbounds there, tapping his chest as Wadle saying my bad as he was trying to find it to Cooper Carr. Chieftains staring down the barrel of a 1-6 start and 0-4 start in Frontier League play going into Friday's matchup in Ottawa.
Looked like that was deflected, or he got part of his arm.
Yep. They said it was the arm. No whistle, no foul given. Wadle to Carr. Carr closing in on a 20-point performance tonight at 18. Here's a 3 that's short. Still fought for, and there's the 20-piece for Cooper Carr on the rebound from Wheeler, and he just takes it away from Lachlan McRae. Still fighting for it. Cooper Carr collects, goes up, still can't finish. My goodness. Baldwin still in control of this basketball.
I think that's 4 offensive rebounds.
Cooper Carr has a chance to go to the line, and that'll do it for Nolan McGuire. He is fouled out.
Bulldogs will be in the bonus for the last 3 minutes, 11 seconds of this quarter.
And Tongi, that's their final timeout. It's a full timeout. They have no more remaining. We'll go ahead. We'll take it with them. So we step aside.
Does your roof have possible storm damage? Looking to get solar panels? Or is it just simply time to get it inspected? That's where Balmer Roofing and Solar come into play. Balmer Roofing has a combined 40 years of experience with JAF Master Elite and Emerald Pro contractors. The Balmer family and their team are ready to give your house a brand new roof or solar panels at an affordable cost with a 50-year warranty. Life has mishaps and they want nothing but your customer satisfaction. Let them prove why so many of your neighbors choose Balmer for their roofing projects. To schedule a free inspection, call 913-845-5252 or visit them online at balmerroofing.com.
And is Cooper Carr the one that is going to go to the line? I'm almost surprised that every single starter, with the exception of Cooper Carr, has been pulled out of this game already. Bulldogs in the bonus for the third time tonight as Carr misses the free throw, and a little eruption there. Looks like the Lady Chieftains basketball squad hanging around trying to rally. Help the boys team as much as they can. Like a group of seagulls over there.
Yeah, now he's going to get the curtain call.
Yeah. That's what I would expect. That to be it for him. He will finish the game with 21 points. Carter Tribum, the one that will sub in. More whistles here as this is going to be against the Bulldogs, and it will be against Wadle for his first. And it took to the 3:04 mark in the third quarter, but we have the first trip to the free throw line tonight for the Chieftains.
Wow.
And Luke McCray. Luke shooting 50% from the line this season. And knock it down on the front end as Brewer and Seba are going to check back into the game for the Chieftains. So Baldwin, all 5 starters on the bench right now. Chieftains starting to filter back in their starting 5. See if they want to play out this remaining 3:04 in the third quarter as Brewer gets the rebound and the putback. And then in the fourth, maybe that's where we'll start to see this look more like a JV game with the running clock on, help preserve any possible injuries to either team's varsity players. As Lachlan makes hard contact with Homer Rice. And he gets the foul. That'll be his second. And then Baldwin in the bonus, so that's automatically 2 free throws. And Homer Rice able to knock down the first attempt. Small sample size, a 50% free throw shooter, just 1 on 2 attempts. Coming into tonight, he's 2 for 2 on this trip. Brewer through some contact, whistles blow, the play dead. Or at least we'll send Brewer to the line, not necessarily blow the play dead.
Brewer at the line.
And free throws on the way here for Luke Brewer, who comes up short on the first. So the Chieftains 0 for 3 start at the free throw line. Didn't see their first attempt till just a few minutes ago. But Brewer knocks down on the second. So 1 for 4, 25% shooting at the line for the Chieftains. 5 points tonight for Luke Brewer, all coming in the second half. About 2.5 to go here in the third quarter. It has been all Baldwin in this one. 3 away from 60 points on the night. Rice, baseline drive, runs into some contact on Brewer, no fouls. As McRae gets tripped up near the timeline, he gets up okay. And now Luke McRae loses it. They're going to say deflected. No, they're just going to say off of Luke McRae. He's trying to say it was deflected off of Rice, the defender. The official's not having it. There's the Chieftains, over 15 turnovers on the night, and that one much to the displeasure of Luke McRae. Feeling strongly that one was knocked loose and out of his hands. Almost a moot point at this point right now, unless the Chieftains, now with the turnover here on the Bulldogs, unless the Chieftains can really throw this thing into overdrive. They're trying to make this comeback with a little over 2 to go in the third quarter. Again, we have seen some crazy things happen, including just about an hour and a half ago in the girls' game, but even the Lady Chieftains, their largest deficit was about 11-12. They didn't have one of 20+. Harder trying to drive in, lost it, now controls, and Seba. Kudos to Kipton just to save that one off the baseline to find Owen Seba. But another foul here against the Bulldogs, and I believe that's going to put the Chieftains in the bonus.
I think, maybe the next one.
Also, that's the 14th foul, okay.
What happened? Offensive foul?
Offensive foul on the Chieftains. It is. Was the call, and it's on Luke McCrae. So he, along with Nolan McGuire, 2 players have fouled out tonight for the Chieftains. His night is done.
Another
underneath
rebound.
Wheeler, and count the bucket. Jackson Wheeler having a night. The chance to finish his 3rd and 1 play of the night. As Seba picks up his first foul. He does it.
Chieftains down by 35.
It's not great, Bob. Definitely, and this is what we were talking about in that game against Eudora. It was so important for the Chieftains, the best that they can, to come away with a win in that game, because you knew you had this game tonight. You got another tough one coming up against Ottawa. You're coming in on the backside of that 6 days from now here at home against Pleasant Ridge. Should be a winnable game for the Chieftains against the Rams. They've had the Rams numbers for the past couple of years. And, of course, after that, you're at Paola, who Paola beat this Baldwin team back in the first week of the season. Granted, don't think there was any Cooper Carr in that game for the Bulldogs against the Panthers, or at least limited time for him. But still, in the Frontier League and in 4A, it does not get really much easier for the Chieftains going forward. And the 3 ball is up and good for Lachlan McRae, and for the 7th straight game this season, he is in double figures with 10. This ball, players diving for it. Advantage for Wheeler, and a foul on Brewer. Brewer just got enough of him with the body. Draw the whistle. Jackson Wheeler once again back to the free throw line. Again at Ottawa. Home next Monday against Pleasant Ridge. That Tuesday, a week from now, at Paola. Next Friday, here against Spring Hill. And then you go into that next week, the 22nd through the 24th. That's where you got the Tonga Invitational Basketball Tournament, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. The near future of what we got for the boys team coming up. Of course, we don't know the field yet for the Tonga Invitational Basketball Tournament, but I'm sure those will be coming out probably next week or so, is when I'll get those from Athletic Director Josie Eastis. Get a better idea as far as potential matchups. So you got to play Eudora again. You got to play Bonner twice, Fort Scott, Baldwin again, Paola twice, Ottawa twice after tonight. And then we'll see at the Chieftains if they can try to work themselves up. Right now, they're in that number 17 spot. in Class 4A. And, of course, it's the top 16 that get that guaranteed playoff game. If you're 17 or 18, sorry, you just do not qualify. The Chieftains were in that spot 2 years ago where they did not qualify, or a couple years ago at least, they did not qualify. Right now they find themselves in that spot, and after the result here tonight, that's probably going to stay that way unless there's some teams in front of them can lose, and maybe with point differentials and all of that, maybe they leapfrog somebody. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. Chance to close out the third quarter on a high note, 62-29. Under 10 to go, Chieftains with the basketball. McRae, 10 points tonight, looking for 13. He won't get it. Jackson Wheeler on the rebound, taken from Bodie Maslak. Hit a half-court buzzer against Eudora, and he nearly does it here against the Bulldogs. That would have been something to see. 3 down, 1 to go here. Final quarter of the night here live from Chieftain Arena. We'll have the final 8 minutes for you on the other side, and we return.
Does your roof have possible storm damage? Looking to get solar panels? Or is it just simply time to get it inspected? That's where Balmer Roofing and Solar come into play. Balmer Roofing has a combined 40 years of experience with JAF Master Elite and Emerald Pro contractors. The Balmer family and their team are ready to give your house a brand new roof or solar panels at an affordable cost with a 50-year warranty. Life has mishaps and they want nothing but your customer satisfaction. Let them prove why so many of your neighbors choose Balmer for their roofing projects. To schedule a free inspection, call 913-845-5252 or visit them online at balmerroofing.com. Inviting, connecting, serving, and growing. That's Grounded Coffee House in downtown Tonganoxie. Enjoy the best cup of coffee in town 6 days a week and pair it with freshly made from scratch pastries, muffins, cinnamon rolls, and so much more. Plus, check out their beautiful event center, Grace Hall. Perfect for your next gathering, celebration, wedding, and party. All profits go towards local and international charitable projects and organizations. Drink local, support local at Grounded Coffee House. Place your order for dine-in or carry-out at groundedcoffeehousetonganoxie.org.
Again, I expect the running clock to be on and to go into effect here in this fourth quarter. Dylan Funk and Dennis Drennan here. Chieftains out of timeouts. Baldwin has been in the bonus for the first 3 quarters of this game. Here's a 3 in the near corner from Homer Rice. It does not go, and a rebound. Jack Reichman able to pull it down for the Chieftains, and the clock continues to run. So this game is going to be over within the next about 7.5 minutes or so. And Denny, I think it's pretty. You and I both playing high school sports. I think we both. Well, I don't know for you when you were playing back in the day. I know your football team was really good. Your wrestling team was really good. But being on the side of these butt kickings, on giving them and receiving them, really when you get to this point in the game, it's almost to the point it's not really fun for anybody.
No, it really is.
You get that running clock on. If you're the losing team, it's like we can get this done sooner. And there's an and one opportunity for Lachlan McRae, so he's still fighting hard here late. And for the winning team, it's we got the win. We're good here. Let's move on. We're ready to move on to the next team, the next opponent, which again that'll be for the Baldwin team. That'll be this Friday at home against the Eudora Cardinals. And the Tongi starters just continue to stay out there for Coach Blanchett. He has seen enough from his starting unit tonight. Cooper Carr finishing with 21. You had Schoenberger finishing with 12. Collin finishing with 3. Smazel finishing with 7. Smazel didn't have a bucket in the second half, but still enough production from him. You've had Jackson Wheeler, who's, I think, still running around out there. He's got 14 points tonight.
Yeah, he's had a really good night for the Bulldogs.
Number 32 out there in black. So that you've had Rice with a bucket and a made free throw for Wadle. It's been all the scoring tonight for Baldwin. Frost gets in on it and he knocks it down. Well, they called it a 2-pointer there at the end. With Creighton Frost, it'll just be a 2-point bucket. Creighton Frost is the only starter out there. This one will be a 3, but it comes up short. Maslak back the other way. Can't knock it down. Bodie Maslak, the sophomore, starting quarterback for the Chieftains this past season. Excited to see his growth and development continue over the next 2 years on the gridiron and all the other sports too. We'll see him this spring. We'll be doing a couple of Tongi baseball games. I'm sure we'll see him out there on the diamond for Coach Loomis as well. Foul going to be coming in here. It'll be against the Chieftains. That clock will continue to run to 5 minutes. And a game on Friday at Ottawa. Same times as always. Girls game will start at 6 o'clock. Boys game will start estimated around 7:30, 7:40. The rematch of that girls game of the Garden City basketball tournament, the Round Ball Classic championship game. That was back on December 13th, a 5-point win for the Ottawa Cyclones in that one. They won it 60-55. That should be quite a thrilling game. Here's a 3-ball that's splashed down by Kipton Harder. His second from downtown, and he's got 8. Homer Rice trying to answer. It's offline. He comes charging in to get his own rebound. Now he's down on the floor with it. Good effort from the underclassmen coming off the bench, getting very valuable minutes here in the second half, but that possession arrow in favor of the Chieftains. Try to clean up some of that moisture down there on the floor. We'll stick around. At the conclusion of this game, we'll go into the Brothers Market post-game show, give some final stats, announce our counter-reviewing player of the game, and wrap up our coverage here tonight live from Chieftain Arena. It's a 30-point lead for the Bulldogs. Make it 28. Another 2 points for Lachlan McRae. And his lowest point total coming into tonight was 16. He's right now at 12. And a 3-ball is splashed down by Wadle. Harder? Why not? Just can't get it to go. Up the floor. Momentarily 2-on-1. Now the defense catch up for the Chieftains. And won't stop Homer Rice as he knocks it in for 2 inside. Reichman over Wheeler. Can't get the finish. But Bodie Maslak will come out on the baseline with it. Another chance here for the Chieftains as Lachlan McRae barks for the basketball. Wants to try to go to work. Feeds Bodie Maslak instead. And the Chieftains can't get a bucket. Wheeler to Rice. Stops. Homer Rice just can't bank it in. It's hard for me. Every time I say the name Homer, I just can't stop thinking of The Simpsons. I just hear the "doh," in the back of my head. You ever watch The Simpsons?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Still going, I think. Still going strong after all these
crazy.
all these years.
I haven't seen it in years, but
Lytle knocks down another shot, so he's got 7 tonight. Under 2 to go in this one. 72-37. Baldwin is dominant from the start. This game was close a little early. Both teams opened the game with trading off 3 balls, and that led to the only tie. We were tied at 3-3. Baldwin then had a bucket. He took the lead. It was the closest it was 7-6, and then Baldwin stretched it out thanks to a 9-2 run later, or eventually on a 9-2 run. Ended the first quarter with a 19-8 lead, and it's been double digits ever since. Harder for another one, doesn't go. You have number 4, Chambo Albert, into the game for the Chieftains, getting really, really deep into that bench for Coach Simmons, as it looks like today for McRae and Brewer, some of the other starters. Obviously, Luke McRae, Noel McGuire fouling out fairly early in that third quarter as their team fouls, personal fouls, I should say, racked up really early. So this was a game from the start. It really wasn't going in favor of the Chieftains from momentum,
almost
production,
from
the fouls piling up. Nothing was really kind of giving the Chieftains any light, any hope in this one. And it's going to close out with a big victory for the Bulldogs. And they'll be back home Friday against the Cardinals. And then a week from now, they'll be at home as they will take on the Ottawa Cyclones, a pair of state tournament teams from a season ago, and very well could be state teams again this season. We'll see that firsthand this Friday as we'll be on the road at Ottawa. Look forward to seeing one of our Ottawa friends, Luke McQueen, part of the radio crew down there for Ottawa. Always nice to catch up with him whenever the Chieftains and the Cyclones
looks a good guy.
square off with another. One of the best in the industry.
Yeah.
Free throw made there for Trebom, and he gets 1 point there at the very end. And it's a 73-37 loss tonight for the Chieftains.
36-point loss.
Tough one tonight for the Chieftains, no doubt. We'll step aside, give you some final stats, announce player of the game, wrap up our coverage here tonight, live inside Chieftain Arena, the Brothers Market postgame show.
Shop local and save at Brothers Market in Tonganoxie, where we treat you like family. Brothers Market has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy fresh cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Brothers Market, open daily. Learn more at shopbrothersmarket.com.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to S&S Auto and Body Shop in Tonganoxie. S&S has been the area's premier auto collision repair center since 1972, working on all makes and models, glass replacement, bumper repair, fiberglass and plastic, color matching, and so much more. And they work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game and learn more at snsautoandbody.com or call 913-369-3193.
When it comes to rehabilitation, despite what you're told, you can choose where you want to go. Physical Therapy Solutions in Tonganoxie is independently owned, allowing them to work with all doctors and insurance companies to ensure a smooth transition. They offer cutting-edge technological therapy treatments like focused shock waves and deep tissue laser therapy for more precise care to acute and chronic injuries. Contact Physical Therapy Solutions today and let them help you. Visit ptsolutions.ks.com for more information.
Sweet sounds of the Eagles taking it easy as we wrap it up here tonight. Final score, second game, 73-37. Baldwin, a massive blowout win against the Chieftains as we welcome you into the Brothers Market postgame show. You check out their weekly ads and specials in-store or online at shopbrothersmarket.com, where they treat you like family. Going through the point totals real quick. First for the Bulldogs, a unanimous player of the game just in general, Cooper Carr, 21 points on the night on 7 of 11 shooting, 5 of 7 from 2, 2 of 4 from 3, and 5 of 6 from the free throw line. Doesn't get much sweeter than that for Cooper Carr with a rebound and an assist. Had a couple steals in there as well. Outside of that, you had Devin Wadle with 6 points, Homer Rice with 4, Ethan Sponzel with 7, Leo Schoenberger finishing with 12, 16 for Jackson Wheeler, the man coming off the bench, and perfect from the field, 5 of 5 and 6 of 7 from the free throw line. Not too bad for Jackson Wheeler.
Yeah, he had a night.
And 3 points apiece for Colton Collum and Creighton Frost. Bulldogs finished shooting 51% from the field, 30% from downtown, and 85% from the free throw line, 17 of 20. For the Chieftains, point totals, you got 5 for Luke Brewer, 8 for Kipton Harder, 6 for Nolan McGuire, 3 for Bodie Maslak, and 15 for our County Road Brewing player of the game, Lachlan McRae. County Road Brewing congratulates Lachlan on being named player of the game. Rooted in the community, brewed for the journey. See what's brewing today at County Road Brewing in Tonganoxie. Not the prettiest of nights for the Chieftains as a team, but a respectable performance put out by Lachlan McRae. He finishes, surprisingly, 15 points. It's a season low. Still not too bad for points in a game. 6 of 15 shooting, 4 of 10 from 2, 2 of 5 from 3. He was 1 for 1 from the free throw line to go along with 4 rebounds and 1 assist tonight. So Lachlan McRae, your County Road Brewing player of the game here tonight. So, you know, we can get deeper into these stats here tonight, but really
no need.
The final score is what I'll say. It tells you everything, every stat. pretty much lopsided.
Oh, yeah.
This was a game, again, this looked like a great team, state title contenders like the Baldwin Bulldogs facing a team like the Chieftains, who this year is struggling. They are definitely in a slump. Now 1-6 to start, 0-3, 0-4 in Frontier League play to start this new part of the season. 1-6, 0-4 in Frontier League play. Just wanted to confirm that real quick.
Well, Baldwin looks like the real deal, partner. There's just no question about it.
No doubt. This is a team that probably it's them and Ottawa to win the Frontier League, and then probably those two squads are probably going to be one of the top 4 seeds come sub-state time, and very well we're probably going to be going back to Salina for the state tournament. It would not surprise anybody at all if that's what ends up happening. And, I guess the good news for the Chieftains is you got this matchup over with tonight. The bad news is you got to face Ottawa coming up on Friday. So
we'll be there for that one.
Yeah, we'll be there for that. And, again, for the Chieftains, they're just going to try to come out, try to put the best effort forward that they possibly can, and we'll see what happens. Again, we've seen a lot of crazy things happen, but tonight it definitely was not the night for the Chieftains as the Baldwin Bulldogs get it done. So that is going to do it for us here tonight on Tonganoxie Sports Live. First, on behalf of everybody here at Tongi High, we want to thank you all for watching, whether you're a Tongi High School fan or if you're a fan over from the Baldwin Sports Live channel. We thank you guys for watching along with us tonight as well on tonight's simulcast. Denny, any final closing thoughts as we wrap it up?
Well, thrilling comeback by the Lady Chieftains after being down by 11 several times during the game.
Twice.
Coming back with an overtime win. So that was certainly a bright spot for Tonganoxie. Baldwin boys, they're just they're a force to be dealt with.
Yep. That's exactly, couldn't really say it much better myself. What a matchup that'll be. The girls game on Friday at 6 o'clock. Tonganoxie and Ottawa. Should be a fun one. If it's half as fun as we had in the girls game tonight, we're in for another great one coming up on Friday. So I will see you in Ottawa, and we will see you all live at Ottawa High School coming up this Friday here on your home of the Chieftains, Tonganoxie Sports Live. Take care, everybody. We'll see you on Friday.
From the gridiron to the hardcourt, the pitch to the mat, don't miss any of the action. We're there with live, local sports coverage at Varsity Sports